to tackle Sean Russell, courtesy of Jason Saab and Jamal Fogarty. Now Addo-Carr is driven back by Jason Saab. 3 metres out from the Paramatta line. The ball played to De Silva. He turns it right to Kautonga, and he's going to be tackled about 10 out from his own line. Now De Silva at a dummy half. He scampers and gains some valuable metres, but still 19 out from his own line last play. Out it comes, open side right, kick downfield from the halfback for Paramatta. Jonah Pezzett has caught 10 metres short of halfway as Manly worked the ball already about 5 metres inside Paramatta territory. Opening minute gone, no score, as now Lehigh Hopewadi plays it. It comes open side right for Manly. They're 38 metres out from the goal line. Playing the football there is Falolo. And it comes from Fogarty. He turns it in right to Waddell. Caught 30 out from the Paramatta line. Ball played, and Simpkin goes left. Jake Trebojevic away to Walsh. Got it to Ben Trebojevic, and he dropped it. First mistake comes from Manly Ringer. It is picked up by Paramatta. 26 out from their own line. A minute and a half gone. Luke Lewis, no score.
Yeah, that was a poor attempted catch there from Trebojevic, Ben, I should say. But what about the defence from Saab on the wing? His first 2 shots of the game comes up with a cracker on Russell, and then all of a sudden comes up with a beautiful drive and tackle on Josh Addo-Carr. That was something I haven't seen in Saab's game, and that was brilliant.
So now Paramatta spread it right to left. Here's Chuvati tackled just short of halfway. Plays the ball to Silva. Goes left. And a short pass, Volkman linked up with Kautonga. Put to the ground 35 metres out from the Manly Ringer line by Simpkin. 15 in from the Western touch line. Now a jigging run from Volkman. But he's caught 28 out from the Manly goal line. No score, 2 minutes gone. Comes left this time. The kick from Jonah Pezzett. Pressure on Tom Trebojevic, and he comes away with the catch. Then he's nailed by Sam Tuivasa, 8 metres out from his own line. Plays it to Fogarty. Goes left to Saab. He's caught midfield. 13 out from his own line. Plays the ball for Paramatta. Fogarty dummy half. He sends it away left side to Hopewadi. Lehigh's tackled. 25 out from his own goal line. Midway through the tackle count now. Simpkin goes left. Falolo runs into the defence. He's taken there by Pezzett and 2 others. 28 metres out from his own line. De Bellin was there as well. Simpkin fires it right to Ben Trebojevic. Steps into Tuivasa, and he's going to be held up here. About 34 out from his own goal line. Releases the call. Played on the last. Simpkin goes right. Fogarty drills the kick. This won't be his 40-20 for the 3rd straight game. It bounces instead to Isaiah Iongi. 17 out from his own line. Boy, sent a pass across away to the wing of Brian Kelly, and he's nailed. 13 short of halfway. He plays the ball as Paramatta work it from right to left. No score on the board. 3 minutes gone. Iongi making half a break, but he's caught short of halfway centre field. Played to De Silva. Works at left edge again as Paramatta through Williams. Taking 11 metres in Manly territory. And there was Jake Trebojevic and Fogarty. De Bellin goes right to Pezzett. Quick hands along the back line for Paramatta, but the play comes to a halt. 12 metres in Manly's half through Iongi. He's put to the ground, plays it, it's fired left to Volkman. Little chip over the top, but no one was chasing. Now Addo-Carr comes through. Saab gets there first. Russell and Addo-Carr in defence. We've got time off the ruling. Clayton Falolo is going to have to go to the sheds for an HIA. So he's trotting from the field. No score, 4 gone. Touchline, John Gibbs.
Yeah, that was that run, that long pass from Isaiah Iongi, and went to Brian Kelly, went straight over the top of Clayton Falolo, and it was obvious that he struggles to get up. So this will be interesting whether it's deemed to be Category 1 or Category 2. He was steamrolled.
Sure was, Louis, and now Manly are going to play 10 out from their own line.
I was watching it there. I was wondering if he got an elbow or anything, but he did. And it just looks like he hit his head on the ground as he sort of gets ran over the back of. So I think I can understand exactly why they've got to go for the HIA there. But I'll tell you what, Parramatta are looking really good with the ball in. They're running hard and direct at the moment. They're making some good inroads.
So now it is the Sea Eagles with the ball, and taking it up is Simeone Laiafi. Caught 19 out from his own line. Played to Simpkin. Goes left to Walsh, then away to Ben Trebojevic. Big dummy. Then he got a short pass away. Out to the left wing, Hopewadi. One-hander back to Ben Trebojevic. He's away. Across comes the defence of Volkman to bring him down. 5 or 6 out. 5 in from the eastern touchline. Magnificent late cover defence. Manly still on the attack. A long pass over the top to Fogarty. Then away to Corey Waddell. Set restart. They're inside the 10. with Paramatta. Set restart to Manly, 11 out. Waddell plays to Tom Trbojevic, goes left to Jake Trbojevic, went without and knocked it on, but they were inside the 10, so it's a delayed penalty. First of the game going to the Manly Ringer Seagulls. No score after 5 minutes of play, but tell you what, it is open fast Sunday afternoon footy so far.
Well, Trbojevic brothers all linking up. It was really nice work by Tom Trbojevic to link up with Benny Trbojevic on that left edge. I tell you what, he showed some toe. He would have got there, but I didn't think the Parramatta players had the angle on him, and then he comes back over here and then tries to link up with his brother right through the middle, and Jake Trbojevic comes up with a bit of a knock on, but Parramatta offside, didn't get back to the line. They give away a penalty, and looks like they've opted to take the 2 nice and early. So Johnny Gibbs giving the message down there for sure.
Well, let's go down to you, John T.
Well, I put my fingers up and I knew it wasn't peace. I knew it was 2 points. I think that gives them a little bit of respect here. This has started really fast, this game. It's upbeat. The play the balls are quick. And some good news for Clayton Falalo. He has been deemed to be Category 2, so he'll undergo his head injury assessment, and May will be back in about 15 minutes' time.
All right, good man, John T. Jamal Fogarty, 11 metres out, 5 metres to the right of the post, doing the kicking and not Ruben Garrett. To start this one, should be a sitter for Fogarty. 6 minutes gone, no score. Later, Newcastle and the Dolphins at Hunter Stadium. Here's Fogarty, right foot kicker, and he makes no mistake. Manly Ringer on the board. Seagulls 2, Parramatta 0. Here on NRL Sunday, around the grounds, NRLW. No score between the Warriors and Canterbury Bankstown. Maya Hill Moana from the Warriors in the bin for a hip drop on Canterbury captain Taylor Preston. Here in the NRLW, it was West Tigers 28 beating Parramatta 16. Second half New South Wales Cup, and the West Magpies leading St George Illawarra by 12 points to 8. Incidentally, NRL Monday tomorrow night between 6:30 and 7:30. Hope you can join us for that. My co-host on NRL Monday tomorrow night is...
That'll be Luke Lewis.
Luke Lewis. And my special guest, I'm happy to say, will be the great Chris Choppy Close, Queensland Origin legend. Always love catching up with Choppy, and there's no more passionate Queenslander than him. And his favourite New South Wales player, Luke Lewis. Here's the kick-off, and it's Daniela Paseka who's put to the ground, 10 metres out from his own line. Jack DeBellin greeted him, played to Simpkin, and he sends it away right now to Laiafi. He's caught 14 out from his own line by Tuivasa. Plays it. They go left to right as Jake Trbojevic got the pass on to Corey Waddell. He's caught 25 out from his own line. Over the top was Williams with Volkman. Jake Trbojevic centre field. Sends it left to Walsh. Plays it out the back this time to Tom Trbojevic. Left foot step beats one. Drag to the ground, 8 short of halfway. Tom Trbojevic plays the ball. Scooting out of dummy half goes Hobawati. He's going to be caught 7 metres in Parramatta's half. Eel down in back play. Played on the last to Simpkin. Short side left, they've got numbers here. Walsh takes on the line. Beat one, but tackled. Put to the ground. There to greet him was the centre out there, Samrani. Change over to Parramatta, 28 out from their own goal line. It is 2 points to 0 in favour of Manly. 8 minutes gone, and now Brian Kelly's tackled. 31 out from the Parramatta line.
I love what they're doing, Manly, when they're setting up this right side to go back to that left with Tom Trbojevic, and obviously looking to link up with Ben. But they've pulled him apart a couple of times, and I reckon there if Joey Walsh had his time again, all he had to do was a little inside pass off his hip, and Tommy Trbojevic would have been in the backfield one-on-one.
Josh Adokar plays it to Silva, goes left to right to Bellin, away to Pezzett, to Iongi, but he's cut to the ground short of halfway. Time off again.
HIA.
So this time it's a Parramatta player.
Yeah, I think it's Edwards.
That's tackle 4, Zara.
Well, I don't think it's Edwards. I think you find it might be Sam Tuivasa who's coming from the field. Down to the touchline, Johnny Gibbs.
Yeah, Sam Tuivasa coming off there. He was a player that was down in back play, you mentioned, Andrew. And, of course, why there's been plenty of linkage between Tom and Ben Trbojevic is that Ben is playing in the centres. When Falalo went off, Ethan Bullymore came on, and as a result, we have Ben Trbojevic playing the centres. I would hope that Clayton Falalo comes back, because Ben Trbojevic, he can do a job out there, but he can also be beaten on the outside by the speed.
Tionkum Brown comes onto the field for Parramatta, towering figure, while Sam Tuivasa goes for an HIA. Play restarts. Parramatta 5 metres inside Manly Ringer territory. Kick downfield by Jonah Pezzett. Going back is Tom Trbojevic in the shadows in the northeast corner. He catches it, passes it right to Lehigh Hopewadi, and he's going to be tackled 15 out from his own line. 8 minutes 45 gone. Manly Ringer 2, Paramatta 0 with a Jamal Fogarty penalty goal. Now centre field right to Jason Saab. He's scored 20 metres out from his own goal line. He'll play the ball to Simpkin. He sends the ball away to the right side Garrick. And Ruben Garrick scored middle of the ground, 28 out from his own line. Dummy half is Simpkin. Sends it right to Liafi. He charges there into Kautonga and Volkman, and one other defender as well was Brown. 12 short of halfway. 28 from the western touchline. Played to Simpkin. Goes left. Jake Trebojevic to Walsh. Plays out the back to Turbo Tom. Peasant's there to greet him, and the tackle made with help over the top from Russell and Samrani. 5 short of halfway. 11 in from touch eastern side. Played in the bright sunshine to Ben Trebojevic. Goes right to Jamal Fogarty. A shaky looking kick. They let it bounce. Paramatta. It's picked up by Liafi. He goes left to Walsh. Left foot step by Joey. Oh, he dropped it 10 metres out in the desperation defence from Iongi. Drop ball, Joey Walsh. I thought Manly were going to score for sure, but it's a changeover to Parramatta. 10 out from its own line. Manly Ringer 2, Parramatta 0 after 10 minutes.
Wow, what about that kick? It was an ugly kick there from Jamal. It just hits the belly of the ball, goes sort of straight up, but it was sort of going a little bit wonky in the air. And not one of the outside backs of Parramatta wanted to get near the ball, let it bounce. Almost turned into big trouble there for Parramatta.
Now Addo Carr taken on his 20. Played to De Silva. He works the ball right to left to Russell, and it's a penalty for a high tackle. Fogarty was in there with Paseka, and the first Parramatta penalty of the day, won all the penalty count. This is 30 metres out from the Eels line, 15 in from the western touch line, and a little high on Russell there from Taniela Paseka. 2-0 in favour of the Sea Eagles after the opening 10 and a half minutes of play. You're on NRL Sunday on ABC Sport. Kick finds touch right on the halfway line. Tap will be taken. That's Casey Badger on the touchline. She was supposed to referee the NRLW game, and now she's on the touchline instead here of the NRL. So there was obviously a late switcheroo. De Silva goes right. Peasant links up with Williams. He scored 8 metres in Manly Ringer territory. Parramatta with it down 2-0. It's played to Silva. Goes left to Peasant. Out the back to Boltman. Short ball Kautonga. And a well-timed tackle there by Ruben Garrick and Waddell. 34 out from the goal line. Played to De Silva. Goes right to a stepping, jinking Boltman, but he's knocked to the deck. 27 out from the goal line. De Silva goes left to Kautonga. Not a good pass. Did he hold on to that one-handed? That's an amazing catch. It went behind his hip, but he caught it. Played on the last. Crossfield kick by Peasant. Looking to link up with Brian Kelly. Up they go. Ball loose. Stacks on the mill. Picked up by Parramatta, and Semrani claiming a try. I thought it was a knock-on, but we're going to the bunker. Let's listen to Grant Atkins.
Cash coming in tackle 6. Got a no try. Just review knock-on Parramatta, please.
That's how it looked, but Semrani wants to claim the try.
Clear all aspects of play leading up to this. The kick chase is onside.
It's now up to Ash Klein in the bunker.
It's a contest by both players. Comes off both hands. Parramatta first. Just checking now for perspective to which way the ball goes off Brian Kelly.
It's gone forward.
It's Kelly against Topawati. I don't think there's another way it could go, Louis. Now we get a side-on shot.
The ball travels forward into the hand of the Manly player. This is a knock-on. We have a decision.
So, no try to Parramatta. It will be a Manly Ringer ball, 10 metres out from its own line. 11 minutes 40 gone. Manly 2, Parramatta 0. Downstairs we go, Johnny Gibbs.
Just an update. That wasn't Sam Tuivasa. It was Kilmer Tuolangi, in actual fact, is undergoing an HIA. It is a Category 2, so Kilmer, no headgear. A little bit hard to pick him up straight away, but it was Kilmer, and he's undergoing his head injury assessment.
Good man, thank you, Jonty. Here's now a penalty going against Manly Ringer in the play the ball against Jack Tabellin for interference in the play the ball. So the penalty's now 2-1 to Parramatta. Around the grounds, NRLW, the Warriors have scored first to lead Canterbury 6-0. Gale Broughton the try for the Warriors. And they're still down to 12 men. And in the New South Wales Cup second half, West Magpies 22 leading the Dragons 8 as the Sea Eagles work it from left to right. They have a 2 short of halfway. Queensland Cup, no score between Mackay and North Devils. Western Clydesdales lead Burleigh Bears 10-0. No score between South Logan and the Dolphins as Manly has it 3 short of halfway. 20 in from the Western touchline per second. Plays it to Simpkin, goes left to Jake Trebojevic. He marches there into the three-man tackle, and he's taken there by Tuivasa and also Brown. Played to Simpkin, goes short side left to Ben Trebojevic, but the defence comes across. 32 out from the Eels line. Manly Ringer 2 leading Paramatta 0, and Clayton Failolo and also Kelma Tuolangi in getting head injuries assessed. Tom Drabojevic, dummies, had Garrick flying through on his right. Eventually flicks it out the back to Fogarty, 35 out from the line. He sends it left again to Walsh, bounced away from one, then to Ethan Bullimore. He turns it back to Loiafi. He got easily away from Jack Williams. Simeone Loiafi then accelerated, tackled 19 out from the Eels line. 10 in from touch, eastern side. Played on the last. Topawati goes right to Fogarty. Tom Drabojevic trails the kick. Up goes Iongi. Up goes Tom Drabojevic. It's been knocked on by Tom Drabojevic. So Paramatta hold on. It's going to be an Eels changeover, but first a Manly challenge. Let's have a listen.
Okay, Ashley, we've got a captain's challenge from Manly. The ball was kicked on tackle 5. I've got a live ruling of knock on Tom into Isaiah.
I'll tell you what, Tom was very, very confident.
Straight away.
Just went straight up challenge. So he mustn't have touched it.
Manly kick chase is onside.
Back to Ashley Klein in the bunker.
Oh, yeah,
Come off the hand of Paramatta first.
Yeah,
into Tom Drabojevic for a double knock on. The challenge is successful.
Got a double knock on, it's your scrum.
So pretty early challenge, but it goes Manly's way. They'll have a scrum feed 10 metres out from the Parramatta line. 2-0 Seagulls. They're bending but not breaking at the moment.
No, definitely not. They're making a lot of opportunities here, Manly. They're getting halfway through. They just can't get that last pass right. And they've made a couple of try-scoring plays, but they keep coming up with errors as well. So this is a really good opportunity. Scrum right on the Parramatta's line. They've got to shift out to the right and see if they can score off this play, Andrew.
Here we go. Manly. Do you think they will?
Oh, I'm going to back them in.
They win the scrum. Simpkin fires it away right. Through hands it goes out the back to Tom Drabojevic. He's up over the 20, but he's going to be taken there by Kautonga, DeBellin and Volkman. 16 metres out from the Parramatta line. Dummy half Simpkin. Centre field left to Fogarty. Turns it into Taniela Paseka. Charged at Volkman and DeBellin. And over the top, Tiancum Brown. Tackle made 8 metres out from the Parramatta line. Dummy half Simpkin. Blindside right, Tom Drabojevic. Then away Corey Waddell. Straight past Russell. Try saver by Adokar. Half a metre out. I thought he was going to score for sure. Waddell plays the ball to Garrick in the southwest corner. Goes left to Tom Drabojevic. He spins around in a very slow circle and taken easily. 11 out from the line. Couple of tackles left here for Manly, leading 2-0. Simpkin goes left to Fogarty, then plays out the back to Joey Walsh, puts in a stab kick. Isaiah Iongi gets there and grounds it in goal. Despite the chase of Ethan Bullimore. Goal line dropout for Parramatta. Manly 2, Parramatta 0, 14 and a half gone. It seems like Manly is absolutely dominating in attack. Louis, but Parramatta, give them some credit. They're really doing well to hold on here.
Yeah, they're coming up with some really good plays and they're scrambling well. And I'll tell you what, that was a massive tackle there from Josh Adokar. I thought Waddell was over for sure. It opened up like a massive hole and comes up with a massive tackle.
The line drop out. Pezzett sends it deep, deep, deep. Caught very well, in fact. 3 metres short of halfway by Taniela Paseka. Charges back into DeBellin and De Silva and tackled 31 out from the Parramatta line. 2-0 Seagulls. Simpkin goes right to Leapi and he's going to be taken by DeBellin, Brown and also Taviti about 19 out from the Eels line. Simpkin goes left. Well, got it on the inside to Paseka and he went without it. So Parramatta gets a reward for its great last-ditch defence. Parramatta gets a scrum feed, 17 out from its own line, 15 and a half gone. Seagulls 2, Eels 0.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say it is a bit of a drop-off on at the moment, Andrew. Both sides are making errors and they're getting downfield. There's a little bit of opportunity for both sides, but they just can't hold the ball when it's important. The pressure was starting to mount there on Parramatta. Come up with a simple little cross play, and then that was a horrible catch there from Manly.
So now the scrum fed and won by Parramatta. Can they get downfield? As they turn it right side, Semrani tackled 21 out from his own goal line, in there by Simpkin. He plays the ball back to the left to DeBellin. He's crunched to the ground by Jake Drabojevic. 27 out from the Parramatta goal line. Eels with it. Long ball goes left this time to Tuivati. He's caught 30 out from his own line for Parramatta. Quickly played to Silver out of dummy half. Gets over the 40 into Jake Drabojevic and Jake Simpkin. Wrapped up 9 short of halfway. Ball played to Pezzett. Goes right this time. And on the charge goes Tiancum Brown. He's caught 2 metres in Manly's half. Played on the last. To the right they go to the halfback Pezzett. Towering kick down there between Hopewadi and Tom Drabojevic. Flying through is Brian Kelly, but the ball's over the eastern touchline. Gee, that was uncertainty there between Turbo Tom and Lehigh Hopewadi. And it is going to be a Parramatta play the ball. 10 metres out from their own goal line as some replacements coming on the field now for Manly. And I think there's good news for Manly in terms of the HIA, John Gibbs.
Yeah, Falalor is back on, so Simeone Leafi, he gets a break, and he did a really good job, and that's his go, though, to go in quick bursts. He just doesn't have that maturity yet or fitness to play longer minutes, so, but Falalor on and Ben Trebojevic back into the forwards.
Yeah, did some good things, though, didn't he? Is now Ruben Garrick's tackle, 20 out from his own goal line by Brown. Plays it and they work it open side left. The Manly side. Tackle made on Hopewadi on his own 30. Played the ball to Walsh. Goes left to Jake Trebojevic. Straight through to Bellin goes Jake. Now tackled 2 metres short of halfway. He plays the ball to Simpkin. Short ball goes right. Tom Trebojevic away. He got the pass on to support Hetherington. And Kobe Hetherington with his first touch has caught 30 out. Played on the last. Simpkin goes right. Fogarty goes the aerial route from 30 metres out. Adokar against Garrick and Josh Adokar with the catch. He's got it for Parramatta 8 metres out from the Eels line. Gee, how Parramatta would love to see the northern end of the ground, but they're hanging on magnificently as now Russell gets a heavy hit. 14 out from his own line by Saab and Garrick. Plays the ball to Volkman. Comes open side right to Iongi, and he's caught on play 3. 18 out from his own line. Volkman. He sends it right. Taking the hit up is Kautonga. Plays it. Volkman goes right to DeBellin, who's tackled. 14 short of halfway, but it's a penalty for a high tackle against Ben Trebojevic. So that's what Parramatta needed. They get a penalty.
On report.
Jason Saab on report for an earlier tackle on Sean Russell. So this penalty to Parramatta is on your line, Louis. 35 out from the Parramatta goal line.
Yeah, there was a couple of big shots there. There was Saab that gets him on the chin with the shoulder a little bit, but Russell gets up and he goes, "What's he doing?" I didn't get a penalty. But they got a penalty on almost play 5 there. I think they had to kick their Parramatta, so they're doing a good job, and then Manly just let them off the hook.
So Parramatta takes a tap, 5 metres inside Manly Ringgit territory. They have it 10 metres now in Manly's half. On play 1, Tiankum Brown plays it 2 to Silva. Goes right, Pezzett to Williams, and he's knocked to the deck. Good defence head on by Joey Walsh and Ben Trebojevic. 38 out from the line to Silva. Open side left to Pezzett to Volkman. Fair dinkum. Ron Volkman outsmarted himself. He was dumming, and then just dropped the ball cold. And, well, that's ordinary play. As the drop-a-thon continues, Parramatta with a scrum, Manly with a scrum feed, 31 out from their own line.
It feels like it's every set, or if not every second set at the moment, they're dropping the ball. It's ridiculous.
But that looked like one of your kids in the backyard when they're 2 years old with the ball, running around like that with their little chubby legs, not knowing what they're going to do and how it comes.
That's a good description.
Here's a scrum. Don't take offence, Ronald Volkman. The scrum is won. It comes to the left. Joey Walsh away to Hetherington. He's tackled 33 out from his own line. 2-0 in favour of Manly Ringa after 20 minutes. Comes right this time for Manly. Paseka, he's floored. 9 short of halfway by Volkman and also Tuivasa. Comes to the left to Jake Trebojevic. Runs into De Silva and put to the ground with help from Brown. A metre in Parramatta territory. Dummy half Simpkin. No. It's been dropped in the play of the ball. So it's 2-0 to Manly, 19 and a half minutes to go in the first half. We better check in with a man who doesn't drop anything. John Gibb?
Yeah, that was a very bad play the ball there.
Hang on, Johnny, we've got a challenge.
Okay, tackle 3, Ashley. Captain's challenge from Manly. Screen decision of knock on the scrum.
I reckon they'll lose this because he puts it on the foot.
I haven't come in this challenge.
It looks sloppy, didn't it?
Yeah, I think he puts it on the foot. I don't think it's Parramatta's problem.
Two concerns now.
So Jake Trebojevic.
Parramatta player is just retreating out of the ruck. Jake Trebojevic places the ball on his foot and loses possession. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Oh, Gibbsy, that's right up there amongst the horrendous challenges.
And he's the captain. We saw Tom, the co-captain, have a challenge before, which was a good one. That one there, that was boneheaded.
When you do that, when you know you put it down, why would you challenge
it? And Jake Trebojevic is not, an impulsive player. Anyway, Parramatta gets the scrum feed, a metre short of halfway. It's 2-0 to Manly after 20 and a half. Well, stop and go minutes, really. Eels 5 metres in Manly Ringa territory. The ball played to De Silva, goes left to Bellin. Pezzett links up in centre field to Avadi. He's caught 38 metres out from the Manly Ringa goal line. Dummy half to Silver. Goes right to Bellin to Brown. He juggled it, but caught it. 27 away. Now to Silver. Blindside right to Jonah Pezzett. Out the back to Samrani. Beautifully read off the wing from Lehigh Hopewadi with the tackle. 24 out from the Manly line. 12 in from touch eastern side. To Silver. Fires it left to Bellin. To Volkman. To Iongi. To Garrett. Great tackle. 28 metres out for the Manly line. Last tackle Paramatta. Comes left to Volkman for the kick. Up she goes. Getting underneath the turbo. Tom coming through. Is that O'Carey? Juggled it. Did Trebojevic, but comes away with it a metre out from his own line.
Knock on Paramatta.
And then a knock on Paramatta. It must have been touched by Addo Carr in the run through. So a change over to Manly. 10 out from its own goal line. 21 and a half gone. Seagulls 2. And they're leading the Eels 0. Here's Saab. Caught 19 out from his own goal line.
I don't even know who's on top at the moment. I feel like Manly are making more breaks and easier metres.
Yes.
Parramatta are doing a good job in defence but can't hold the ball.
Yes.
And there's not a lot doing either side. So it feels like it's... Can't work out who's actually on top.
Lehigh Hopewadi, 18 out from his own line. Plays it. It goes left to Ben Trebojevic.
It's one of those games, Andrew.
Wrapped up 28 out from the goal line. Played to Simpkin. Comes right to Jake Trebojevic. Turns it into Hetherington. Terrific head-on tackle by Tiankum Brown. Now it's played. Simpkin goes right to Tom Trebojevic. Tries to accelerate and burst his way through. Beat one. Got a pass out the back. Fogarty. He's met by Volkman. Back it goes to Tom Trebojevic. They can't put him down. Now they can. About 2 metres in Parramatta territory with Sean Russell. Played on the last. Simpkin goes left. Fogarty the midfield roost. Addo Carr against Saab. That's about 8 feet against 3 feet. And the ball beats them both and bounces over the western touchline almost to John Gibbs. That'll be a Parramatta play the ball. 16 out from their own goal line. 2-0 in favour of Manu Ringa. 17 minutes and 15 seconds left in the half. Now around the grounds in the NRLW at Waikato Stadium. Warriors now 10, leading Canterbury Bankstown 0. And Emanita Paki scored for the Warriors. New South Wales Cup second half. West Magpies 30, leading St George Illawarra 8. Queensland Cup Mackay 8, leading North Devils 0 as the penalty goes against Manly. Too slow on the play the ball, and it's inside Parramatta's 20. So it's a penalty, not a set restart. Penalties of 4-1 to the Eels. Western Clydesdales 14, lead Burleigh Bears 0. South Logan 4, leading the Dolphins 0. And in Women's Super Rugby, Western Force 10, leading the Brumbies 0. Parramatta finds touch, 15 short of halfway. And here we go again. A new set starts for the Parramatta Eels, and they have it 8 metres short of halfway. 20 metres in from the eastern touchline as it comes on the inside. Gee, that's a heavy hit on the field now for Parramatta. Dylan Walker. Ball played now by Chow Tonga, who got himself towards the centre of the park. Out there too, good news, and we'll confirm this with Gibbsy Kelma Tuolangi after going to for an HIA. He's passed that, Gibbsy?
Yeah, he's on. Kelma Tuolangi just come back into the fray. This is evenly matched. You know what though, Louis? I'd rather give them the 2 points back and have my challenge back.
Here it comes down to the right with Jonah Pezzett going the aerial loop. That's not going to go in the full, is it? Almost. It's allowed to bounce by Brian Kelly. Then bounces off Clayton Failolo and over the touchline. So this is going to be a Parramatta ball 22 metres out.
He actually shoulders it. He goes, I'm not going to pretend I'm not touched this, but I'm going to use my shoulder and just push it over the sideline. Does he still realise he's playing at the ball?
The ball was...
Ready? Here you go.
Brian Kelly was there and Failolo with his left shoulder straight over the touchline. I think this weekend we've seen players spending much too much time watching the FIFA World Cup.
Agree.
Dylan Walker from the restart. He sends it right to Tuolangi. He's taken 18 out from the Manly line. Chance here for Parramatta down 2-0. Played it to Silva. Goes left to Pezzett. Then through hands Walker to Williams. He's tackled. 14 out from the goal line by Paseka. Played it to Silva. Goes right to Walker. Short ball away. Steaming onto it is Tiankum Brown. Set restart here for Parramatta as well. The Eels first of the afternoon. To Silva. Comes back left to Walker. Then away to Volkman. Takes on the defence. Beats one. He's over to score. Ronald Volkman. He gets the first points. He stepped through a normally very reliable defender in Kobe Hetherington, and he sprints 10 metres to score the try. So the first try of the day scored by Paramatta. The Eels leading by 4-2 over Manly Warringah with a kick to come, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, well, Ronald Volkman's strength is running, and he's so strong. He's just got that low centre gravity there. We just can't get into him. He's very strong. He pumps his legs, and all of a sudden just comes off that left foot, gets the inside shoulder there of Manly, and they finally get on the board, Parramatta. But nice work here by Ronald Volkman. I love the way he just decides to take on the line, and that's what Parramatta need him to do. Close to the line, just think run first.
Touchline, John Gibb.
Well, that all came about after Clayton Fololo should have been taking the ball when he shouldered it into touch of that eastern side. They got the opportunity, they got a 6 again, and away they went. He's done a good job, Ronald Volkman, and it's interesting because Pez's back today for his first game since round 5, partnering Volkman in the halves. Well, that was when Volkman came to the side. So Volkman came in after Pezzett was hurt, and now they are here together at Parramatta. And really, Manly is looking a little bit under the weather. And I've got to say, going back to that captain's challenge, things happen. We've already seen plenty of challenges successful. Now, if a bomb goes up, well, you're going to have to cop what the referee says.
Here's Jonah Pezzett, 13 metres out, 20 in from the western touchline to try and convert the try scored by Ronald Volkman. Parramatta leads 4-2. Here comes Pezzett. He strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. So the Eels lead Manly Warringah, and the scoreline is 6 points to 2 in favour of Parramatta. Earlier in the NRLW here, West Tigers 28 defeated Parramatta 16. Half-time in Hamilton, and the Warriors leading Canterbury Bankstown by 10 points to 0. New South Wales Cup second half, and the Western Suburbs Magpies are losing that comfortably, 36 points to 8, 36-8 to West. And the Queensland Cup first half, Mackay 10, North Devils 4, Western Clydesdales 14, leading Burleigh 6, South Logan 4, leading the Dolphins 0 from the kickoff. The return comes here from Parramatta. Will be buoyed by that try to have a shock 6-2 lead 13 minutes before half-time. Now the Eels take it. 23 make it out from their own goal line. Kelly plays the ball to De Silva. Goes left to Walker. Dummy went himself, but he's wrapped up centre field. 32 out from his own line by Jake Trebojevic. Out comes left edge to Jack Williams in centre field. Caught 8 metres in Manly territory. He plays the ball to De Silva. Goes right to Walker, and the former Sea Eagles taken by Jake Trebojevic on halfway. Played on the last. De Silva goes right to Pezzett. Towering kick into the beautiful sunshine to the northeast corner. Tom Trebojevic with the catch. The chase led by Jordan Samrani, and he drives Tom Trebojevic back. 9 out from his own line. 12 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Parramatta leading by 6 points to 2 as it comes right to Hobawati. And on play 2, he scored just 10 out from his own line. Plays it to Walsh. Goes open side right. Now Saab centre field. He's put to the ground by Walker. 13 out from his own goal line. As it's Hopewadi involved again, taken 25 out from his own line. They're not going far here, Manly. Good defence there from Walker. Play to Simpkin, goes right to left. Through hands it went from Nathan Brown, who's on the field, to Walsh. He scored 33 out from the Manly line. Played on the last to Simpkin, goes right to Fogarty from his own 30. And over end kick down the throat of Addo Carr. Away he goes, the Fox, over the 30 to the 40, and he's claimed 9 metres short of halfway. 20 in from the western touchline. Plays it quickly to Volkman. He sets off from dummy half, steps into Simpkin, and he's caught on halfway. Parramatta 6, Manly Warringah 2. De Silva gets the ball away right to Kelly. He's caught about rather Iongi, 8 metres in Manly's half. They go left to right. Walker to Pezzett, and they continue spreading the ball right edge. Tackle made though on Tuolangi. About 34 out from the line. Pezzett, he goes on a stepping run himself. Straight into Simpkin, knocked to the deck. 31 out from the goal line. Plays on the last tackle. Parramatta with it. Volkman goes across field kick coming through Kautonga. Sub! He climbs up through the air to make the catch, but then he's shut back in goal by Kautonga and Russell. Goal line drop out for Manly, trailing 6-2. 29's on, and all of a sudden, Luke Lewis, after the Volkman try, Parramatta certainly looking on top here.
absolutely. They're making a lot of easy metres out coming out of their own end. But nice little kick there from Volkman again. Gets the weight right, pulls it up about a metre short, and then Saab has to get up for it, and then they drive him back in goal. Here's the short line drop out by Manly.
From Joey Walsh, the left footer, comes down to Josh Adokar. Another great catch. Bustled his way away from one. Now claimed ball and all by Jamal Fogarty. He'll play it 16 out from his own line. Plays the ball to Kautonga. Open side right, Volkman, centre field to Jack Williams. And a three-man Manly ringer tackle featuring Brown and Hetherington. 14 out from the line. De Silva to the right, Peasant. He got the short ball away to support in Kelma Tuolangi. He's caught 5 metres out from the goal line. Then Trebojevic was there. Dummy half to Silva. Open side left. Peasant away. Jack Williams dummies. Goes himself. He beats one tackle after getting away. And he'll play it 4 metres out from the line. Does so to Silva. Short ball away. Left edge to Kautonga. He's caught half a metre out. Last tackle Parramatta leading 6-2 to Silva. Fires it right to Peasant. Crossfield kick looking for Kelly. Up goes Hopewadi. The ball is through hands. Hopewadi recovers it, but he knocked it on. He did. He got his hand to it first, knocked it on, and remember, Manly does not have a challenge left. 9 minutes 20 to go in the half. Parramatta 6, Manly 2. And what an opportunity again here for the Eels. Touchline, John Gibbs.
Beautiful kick again, putting Manly under pressure. Their bombing has been very good. It went through Lehigh Hopewadi's hands. He came down. Now, it was an ever so close run thing, but as you say, Andrew, I can't reiterate enough how important captain challenges are, particularly for that type of situation or rates. You have the behest of a referee, and the referee can only see so much, so you can't blame the referee. That's why you have captain challenges, and that's why you don't squander them.
Here's the scrum fed and won by Parramatta, Johnny. They're 10 metres out from the goal line, right in centre field. Ball played to De Silva. It comes away to the right edge for Parramatta, only 4 metres out from the goal line. On the field, Matteelli now for Parramatta. De Silva out of dummy half, but he's cut short a metre away from the line. Parramatta 6, Manly 2. Now the ball played. Matteelli sent it away right to left. It's intercepted by Walsh. Through hand it goes. Palolo to Hopewadi. He's over the 40. Over halfway. Dragged to the ground. Great tackle, Isaiah Yongi. 34 out from the line after that horrible pass for Parramatta. Manly goes from defence to attack. Long ball right. Fogarty to Garrick. Adokar in off the wing with a very important tackle held by Boltman. 36 out from the Eels line. Parramatta regroups. Played 18 in from the western touchline. Fogarty goes left now to Hetherington. He's caught by Matteelli about 29 metres out from the line. Played now to the left. Brown away to Walsh. Joey Walsh, short ball to Falolo. He's caught 19 out from the line and 15 in from touch eastern side. Manly on the attack. Tom Trebojevic, dummies. Bounced away from one. One hand pass to Fogarty. He looked right. Goes left to Nathan Brown. And Zayongi saves the day again with a try saver. 4 out. Played on the last. It's fired right. Fogarty out the back it goes. Garrick a one-hander back to Saab. Saab 10 out. Back on the inside to Garrick. Kicks it over the top straight to Parramatta. And the Yongi's everywhere. He's got a 12 out from his own line tackled. Dylan Walker's about to go for an HIA. Third player of the game. 7 minutes to go in the half. 6-2 Parramatta over Manly. Can you just describe that last set from an Isaiah Yongi standpoint, Louis? It was everywhere.
Yeah, brilliant. Comes up a try-saving tackle twice, I think, and then he's waiting for the kick. He just puts himself in the right place, and he gets a little bit of a ricochet. It was a pretty tough kick to take too, but lands him straight on his chest. And then he wanted to run in the backfield, but just there's a Manly player standing right in front of him. But tell you what, I reckon Manly squandered that opportunity.
So now Parramatta. Well, there's been a bit of that from Manly in the opening half hour. As these Eels now on their own 20. Russell plays. It comes right to Kautonga. He's caught 24 out from his own line. Simpkin was there with Jake Trebojevic. De Silva to the right to Bellin to Peasant. Cut out pass. Finds Semrani. He gets straight through Hopewadi. Now taken by Falolo and Hopewadi. Oh, he's still going. Came out the other side. Finally tackled. 8 short of halfway. 5 in from the eastern touchline. Great effort by Semrani. There's now Parramatta working from right to left. And And Kelly and Semrani did a great job on the right edge. Now Semrani comes back to halfway, plays it, kicked downfield by Peasant. Dropping back is Tom Drabojevic. He takes it on the goal line, but left the field of play to do so. So he's got to return it into the chase of Volkman, Kautonga and de Bellin. 12 out from the Manly Ringer line. 6-2 in favour of Parramatta. 6 minutes to go first half. Here's Jason Saab, tackled 19 out from his own line. Parramatta with the footy, comes left to Garrick. He scored 26 out from his own line, and there's a crush attack coming in from Talon De Silva. So penalty goes to Manly. Penalties are 4-2 in favour of the Eels. And he's on report, Talon De Silva for a crush attack. Louis with 5 minutes 40 left in the half.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure that definitely goes down to Ruben Garrick's neck there. He gets put in a bit of an awkward position, but I don't think he'll spend much time on the sideline anyway. He might get a bit of a fine for it, but sort of the game still keep flowing the same way. If Parramatta get on top, they get in good position, and they just let Manly off the hook of a penalty or a set restart. So they're back into the arm wrestle again.
Tap taken, Louis, by Manly. Garrick caught 2 metres in Parramatta territory by Russell. Played to Simpkin. Open side left to Fogarty. Then he got a pass away to Bullimore, who's claimed 9 metres in Parramatta territory, courtesy of Jack de Bellin. Simpkin goes left to Nathan Brown, away to Walsh. Turns the ball into Tom Drabojevic. Scoots to the right, standing the tackle. He got the pass away to Brown just before he was felled. Away then to Fogarty, and he's tackled 32 out from the Parramatta line by Volkman and Kautonga. Now Simpkin goes open side left. Strong run by Nathan Brown. Gets him to within 18 of the Parramatta line, right in front of the southern goalpost. Played to Simpkin. He goes left to Walsh. Walsh to Tom Drabojevic. Then Failolo to Hopewadi, who's unmarked on the eastern wing, and he's able to score the try, and Manly hits back. Try awarded by Grant Atkins to Lehigh Hopewadi. 4 minutes 30 to go in the first half, and we're all level at 6. Parramatta 6, Manly Ringer 6. Try to the Sea Eagles.
Yeah, well, finally they get their attack right, Manly. And they knew they had to go left. They've had some success going left this time, but just through the hands nicely. Before Clayton Failolo, he does a great job, holds the ball up just enough, and then does a really nice crisp pass to find Hopewadi on the, hits him on the chest at full speed. Gets a little bit of a little slap around the chin as he's putting the ball down, but that'll be okay. And that's try time for Manly. 6-all, kick to come.
Down to you, John Gibbs, on the touchline.
Yeah, that was good work by Manly. Good bounce back, because really, except for the crusher tackle, which let them get good territory, and the intercept, Manly had no answers. Parramatta were camped in their 20, and they've given it an opportunity. Once with an intercept and once with a crusher tackle when they had Manly pinned. But Lehigh Hopewadi, he's been fantastic. He's now scored in 4 consecutive games against Parramatta. So that's 5 tries in 4 games, and the last person to do that against Parramatta was the great Prince of Brookvale, the former Prince of Brookvale, Brett Stewart.
The mighty snake. Here's Jamal Fogarty, 22 metres out, a metre or 2 in from the eastern touchline. Terrific crowd on this, well, it's turned out now to be a beautiful Sunday winter's day. 6-all. Fogarty to break the deadlock. With only 3 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Jamal Fogarty with a right boot from out wide. He strikes it, misses near side, no goal. So he is 1 from 2. Parramatta 6, Manly Warringah 6. NRL Sunday here on ABC Sport with Luke Lewis, John Gibbs, and I'm Andrew Moore. Around the ground, second half of the NRLW. Warriors 10, leading Canterbury Bankstown 0. Full-time New South Wales Cup. And the West Magpies have thrashed St George Illawarra 42 points to 8. First half of all the Queensland Cup games, North 16, leading Mackay 10. Western Clydesdales 18, leading the Burleigh Bears 10. South Logan 16, leading the Dolphins 0. And Super Rugby Women, it's Western Force 17, leading the Brumbies 12. From the kick-off, Manly has it 10 metres out from its own line. As we get into the late stages here of the first half, that has not really been dominated by anyone. Parramatta looked very convincing in the last 10 minutes or so. Hetherington plays the ball inside his 20. And it comes to the left edge for Manly's Tom Trbojevic. Caught 27 out from his own line. Out of dummy half scoots Jake Simpkin. Caught by Kilmer Tuolangi. 12 short of halfway. 15 in from touch on the eastern side. Played to Ben Trbojevic. Goes right to Nathan Brown. Strong run taken now. Right on halfway. Last tackle upcoming for Manly. And it's played to Simpkin. Goes right. Kick downfield by Fogarty. Smithfield, and it's very shallow. Coming in after it at O'Carr. Good catch down low to the ground. 27 metres out from the Parramatta line and 10 in from the western touchline. Claimed by Garrick and Saab. Plays it. They work it right to Russell. Sean Russell's tackled 31 out from his own goal line by Bullimore. Played and Volkman out of dummy half. Jinked across field. Then in the tackle, offloaded to De Silva. He keeps it alive to Isaiah Iongi. Joey Walsh is there with Ben Trbojevic to drag him back. 9 metres short of halfway. Southern end, Parramatta territory. 1 minute 42 left on the ticking clock in this first half. Samrani goes on a bit of a gallop. Walsh is down low with Bullimore over the top with Failolo on halfway. Now to Bellin. Goes left Peasant. Short ball on this time to Mattielli. He scored 10 metres in Manly's half. Played on the last. Comes left to Jonah Peasant. And a high kick down to Tom Trbojevic. He's under it and takes the catch. And he's going to be caught by Addo-Carr. 9 out for the Manly Ringer line. 1 minute 12 left in the half. And it is 6-all Parramatta and Manly Ringer. Later it's Newcastle and the Dolphins. Great way to finish round 18. You'll hear it with Brett Sprigg, Dean Hallertau and Bridget Murphy. Saab caught 14 out for the Manly line. Played to Simpkin. He sends it centre field left. Tackle made here on Hopewadi, courtesy of the Bellin on the Manly 20. Simpkin. He works it right. Good strong run coming. This time from the Manly Ringer second rower, Corey Waddell. Right on the Seagulls 30. It comes right to left, Simpkin to Brown. Volkman's there with the silver. He stood in the tackle, 34 out from the Manly line. Last play, Fogarty. He rips a kick downfield. Isaiah Iongi moves to his left with a catch. 30 seconds left in the half. Iongi caught that on his 20, makes it back to the 30. That's where he's put to the ground, Louis. 20 in from touch, western side.
Yeah, I thought Manly might have played a little bit of football there. They didn't shift the ball to that left edge, but see like Parramatta are starting to do that. They're starting to go to that right edge.
Ron Kelly got a one-hander to Semrani down the eastern touchline, past one. Then he got a wraparound ball back to Kelly. Then away to Peasant. 7 seconds left. This might be it. Kelma Tuolangi straightens and needed one more pass. And it's a penalty.
You're out of play. Have a look.
For an obstruction, essentially, goes here to Manly Warringah against Parramatta.
It's out of play.
And it's coming right back to goal-kicking range.
Come on with the ball. It's out of play.
So he didn't get back on side before the ball comes back. So it goes all the way back to where he caught the ball.
What a bonus here for Manly. The penalty goes to them. 31 out from the Parramatta line, 20 in from the eastern touch line, and understandably they'll take a shot for goal to hit the lead.
Yeah, that's the worst case scenario for Parramatta there. They did a great job. They look good when they shifted to the right edge, especially over towards Brian Kelly's wing. They look really sharp over there, and they're strong, making breaks at will. They keep the ball alive, trying to finish something off in that half, and then one of the players don't get back on side. So Manly will get a gift, 2 points here.
30 metres out, about 6 or 7 to the left of the post touchline. John Gibbs.
Yeah, it's one of those obscure ones where the player is always offside. He's never got back on, and it must be monitored by the bunker. That must be a call from above, because the referee, in the helter-skelter of what's going on, could not possibly know every contingency for that. So it happens every so often. The player's in front of the ball and the play always, and then he gets involved, as Kelma Tuolangi did on that occasion, and they look dangerous down that right flank. But it's a gift, 2 points, you would think, for Manly, and they'll go to the lead.
So Jamal Fogarty, 31 metres out. He's kicked 1 from 2. Last play of the first half at Western Sydney Stadium. Crowd of anywhere between 16 and 19,000. Fogarty strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. Jamal Fogarty 2 from 3. And Manly Warringah goes into half-time with an 8-6 lead over Parramatta. For the Seagulls, that try to Lehigh Hopewadi in the 36th minute. Jamal Fogarty, 2 goals from 3 attempts. Jason Saab on report for a high tackle on Shane Russell in the 19th minute. They had 1 successful, but then 1 unsuccessful challenge. They've had 1 set restart. Parramatta 6 points, a try to Ronald Volkman, an individual effort in the 26th minute. Jonah Pez at 1 from 1. Talon De Silva on report for a crusher tackle in the 35th minute. They've also had 1 restart. Penalties to Parramatta 4-3, but the scoreline 8-6 to Manly Warringah. They're in front just, and I'm not sure whether they deserve to be or not, Louis, but they are Manly.
Yeah, I feel like the scoreline is identical to where the game is. Obviously, Manly get that penalty right at the end there that gives them the 2 points, but both sides are going upfield nicely. Both sides look sharp on some edges. They make a lot of errors and give away a lot of field position. There hasn't been a heap of flow to the game, so a lot of stop-start going on out there for both sides, but they've all got some points on the board. But I tell you what, I don't think the coaches will be too happy with the way their sides are playing at the moment.
Now, I'm looking at completions rate. Statistically, they're not too bad. Parramatta 18 of 22 and Manly 16 of 21. 51% possession to Manly. Gibbsy, who lead by 2 at the break.
Yeah, it's been pretty willing. I mean, I know there was a few mistakes and the completions, as you say, were okay. It was willing. There'd been 3 players who underwent HIAs in that first half. It was a pretty entertaining first half of football. Manly go to the lead 8-6. Remember back in round 8, we did that game down at Brook. I reckon that's where Jamal Fogarty did his groin. Well, Jamal Fogarty in the last seconds before half-time kicked the field goal, and Manly in round 8 led 7-6. They went on to win that game by 33 points to 18. Now it's 8-6, and both sides just lack a little bit of finesse when it comes to finish. But I'm really looking forward to a big second half from both sides.
Yeah, same here. All right, thank you, Gibbsy. Around the grounds, NRLW, 2 quick second half tries for the Warriors, and they now lead Canterbury Bankstown 18-0. In the Queensland Cup half-time, North Devils 16, leading Mackay 10. Half-time, Western Clydesdales 18, leading the Burleigh Bears 12. In the first half, it's South Logan 16, leading the Dolphins 0. Super Rugby Women, first half, Western Force 24, Brumbies 12. Luke Lewis, John Gibbs, I'm Andrew Moore. NRL Sunday on ABC Sport, 8-6. Manly Warringah leads Parramatta. Let's check in right now with the ABC Newsroom.
ABC News, hello, I'm Satyam Weinstein. U.S. President Donald Trump has given a speech at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. to mark the 250th anniversary of America's independence. The event was almost called off amid very hot weather and the threat of thunderstorms. Mr. Trump has heaped praise on the United States and again railed against communism after earlier using a speech in South Dakota to kick off the celebrations to warn of what he called the communist menace. He's told the crowd, America will always be free.
The entire world has been on notice that Americans will never let anyone take our freedom away. Won't happen. And all these talks from the communists, they haven't got a chance. Not even a chance. We don't want communists in our country.
Hundreds of mass members of the white nationalist group Patriot Front, meanwhile, have marched through Washington, D.C. amid Independence Day festivities. The group posted on social media that it has about 400 members in the U.S. Capitol. Footage shows hundreds of masked men wearing khaki pants, hats, and blue shirts traveling on the city's metro. Many were carrying Confederate flags and chanting, "Reclaim America." Aid agencies say recovery efforts following Venezuela's twin earthquakes will be prolonged. The official death toll has risen to 2,954, while the number of injured is estimated to be around 12,000 since the quakes hit over a week ago. Claudia Gonzalez from World Vision Venezuela says she just visited the coastal state of Guaira, one of the worst hit regions.
What happened in La Guaira, it's just a calamity, and we're dealing with maybe more than 25,000 families without homes. And we believe this is an emergency that we need to see in a short, middle, and long term. This is not something we're going to be working out in days.
French officials say a doctor who tested positive for Ebola after arriving from the Democratic Republic of Congo has recovered and left hospital. The Congolese doctor had been in the DRC's eastern province of Ituri, responding to the Ebola outbreak there. He was the first confirmed case of the virus in France. Residents of the U.S. Pacific territories of Guam and the Northern Marianas are on high alert as Typhoon Bavi moves across the Western Pacific. The U.S. National Weather Service says the storm is very dangerous, Category 5 super typhoon. Forecasters are warning of catastrophic wind damage across the Marianas from today as Bavi approaches with sustained wind speeds of more than 250 kilometers per hour. A typhoon warning is in place for all of Guam and the Northern Marianas and surrounding coastal waters. Bavi is the Western Pacific's second super typhoon of 2026 and is currently the most powerful storm in the world. Police and SES volunteers are searching a beach car park in Melbourne's southeast for a missing 39-year-old woman. Yun, who is also known as Michelle, was last seen parking her car at the Parkdale Foreshore car park before walking towards the beach on Wednesday evening. The Dandogong woman was reported missing on Friday, and police located her car with personal belongings inside that night. Extensive land, air and sea searches so far failed to find any trace of her, and police say they're not treating her disappearance as suspicious. Speaking through an interpreter, Yun's father, Jingai, says her disappearance is out of character and he's heartbroken.
This happens very suddenly. Usually, she has very regular contact with me and my wife. This time, she suddenly had no contact with us. Me and my wife cannot understand this.
Authorities are trying to work out how to safely contain a growing cluster of mysterious space debris that keeps washing ashore at Forest Beach near Ingham in northern Queensland. Liam McNally has the details.
3 objects, which are suspected to contain hazardous chemicals, were located on the beach about 210 kilometres north of Townsville on Friday afternoon, with a 4th found yesterday and a 5th reported just after 8 o'clock this morning. The beach was closed and a declaration was made under the Public Safety Preservation Act, which has since been revoked. The suspected space debris remains on the beach in hazmat drums with 50-metre exclusion zones around them. Emergency services are working out a removal and storage plan, while the Australian Space Agency is working to determine the nature of the debris and its origin. Police say there is no danger to the community.
A Kylian Mbappe penalty goal has sent France through to the quarter-finals of the FIFA World Cup after a 1-0 win over Paraguay in Philadelphia. The next opponent will be Morocco, who earlier defeated co-host Canada 3-0 in Houston. ABC News.
What's loaded with fun for the whole family? ABC iView. Ring it! From the investigators and caper crew to Andy Lee's Do Not Watch This Show.
You can keep watching.
Find it all on ABC iView.
The crowd ready to witness some history.
The Wallaby Gold is back.
He's got 50 to run. Max Jorgensen is going to score for Australia.
ABC Sport is your home of the Wallabies this month.
And Australia wins the Test match.
Tune in for every home test on ABC Listen. Just look for the ABC Sport Extra vote. ABC Sports coverage of the 2026 NRL Premiership.
Out to the left wing, Hopewadi. One-hander back to Ben Trebojevic is away. Across comes the defence of Volkman to bring him down. 5 or 6 out. 5 in from the eastern touchline. Magnificent late cover defence. Goes right to Walker. Short ball away. Steaming onto it is Junkum Brown. Set restart here for Paramatta as well. The Eels first of the afternoon. De Silva comes back left to Walker. Then away to Volkman. Takes on the defence. Beats one. He's over to score. Ronald Volkman. He gets the first points. He stepped through a normally very reliable defender in Kobe Hetherington, and he sprints 10 metres to score the try. So the first try of the day scored by Paramatta. Strong run by Nathan Brown. Gets him to within 18 of the Paramatta line, right in front of the southern goalpost. Played to Simpkin. He goes left to Walsh. Walsh to Tom Trebojevic. Then Failolo to Hopewadi, who's unmarked on the eastern wing, and he's able to score the try. Manly hits back.
Rugby League is on your radio.
The 2026 NRL Premiership.
ABC Sport Digital Radio
and ABC Listen.
Halfway through here at Western Sydney Stadium, Manly Warringah 8 leading Paramatta 6. Huge game to finish round 18 up at Hunter Stadium. Newcastle and the Dolphins. Brett Sprigg calling the action with Dean Hallertown. Bridget Murphy, let's check in. How are you, Spriggy?
Going well, Andrew. Greetings from an increasingly sunny Hunter Stadium. It was very overcast and a few little bits of drizzly rain a short time ago, but there's a few less clouds now and some blue skies and some sun shining through. So, as you said, huge game. And as I mentioned earlier, I think that these two sides seem to line up quite well on each other, albeit both compromised by origin selection and injury. The Dolphins certainly, who have won those 8 straight games, missing a couple of those big names, and indeed no Isaiah Katoa, who is injured. So Brad Schneider, for example, is their number 7 today. The Newcastle Knights have won 6 of their past 7. They won against the West Tigers here last week. There is some late team news for them. Trey Mooney is out of the team altogether. So still chasing a reason as to why. But as a result, Cody Hopwood will start at prop in jersey number 16 for his first career start in career game number 8. We'll see Fletcher Hunt into the centres for Bradman Best. Fletcher Sharp, who was 5'8" last week, becomes fullback today in the absence of Kalen Ponga, of course. Sandon Smith was on the bench last week. He's now a 5'8" this week, and Harrison Graham joins their bench as well. For the Dolphins, there are no late game day changes. Ray Stone withdrawn last night after pulling up sore and not recovering well enough from the last game. Trey Fuller will play fullback, of course. There's no Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, no Selwyn Cobbo, no Jack Bostock, who's in New South Wales camp. So some big names missing for the Dolphins, but they are as per the program, 1 to 13, and then the bench is Donahue, Gilbert, Ponu, Sebastian Sewer, Finian Ganofo, and Sam Elliott. So a few new faces there, familiar faces here alongside me. Former Tiger, Bulldog and Kiwi, Dean Hallertown. Welcome, Shop.
Good afternoon, Spriggy. Hello, Bridget. Good to be here up in the Hunter as always.
Especially when it's sunny. Knights, I mean, look, they are missing a couple of big names. The Dolphins, even more so. How does Newcastle stop the Dolphins' attack, who they've averaged 35 points per game, Shop, in their 8-game winning streak?
Yeah, they've been hot, haven't they? The Dolphins, so enjoyable to watch as well. They've got a lot of flair when they move the ball out wide, but they get the work done with some hard workers in the middle. So it's a good balance they've got going right now, and obviously they're on a roll. So it's good to get in that rhythm of winning and feeling like you can't be beaten on any day, and that's what they look like at the moment. So the Knights have got it in front of them. A pretty dour game last week against the Tigers. They want to keep the scoreline for their opposition similar, but they need to do more with the ball in their hand.
Welcome, Bridge.
Hello.
Pop quiz. How many games in their past 17 without Kalen Ponga have the Newcastle Knights won?
I have a feeling it might be 0.
It's 3. Okay. Close enough to 0.
I'm still getting over last season where it was just 0 would have been a safe assumption.
Fletcher Sharp at fullback. Where's his best position? Because obviously he's played centres.
Yeah.
5'8" last week.
Well, I mean, it's tricky to pick because he's so consistent across wherever he slots in. I mean, we've seen it throughout this season, especially with some movement around, halves availability and playing fullback, playing a bit of centre, that he really can do it all. So I do really enjoy, though, seeing Fletcher Sharp at fullback. Giving Fletcher an opportunity to get into some space is always very exciting. So, if you're not going to have Kalen Ponga available, Fletcher Sharp, not too bad.
Good news is they won 5 of their past 6 at home, the Newcastle Knights. So, and even better news for you is it's sunny. So hopefully it stays that way.
Staying that way, fingers and toes crossed after last week.
Tip, Dino?
I'm going to tip the Dolphins.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Yeah. So it's 6th versus 4th. The Knights could well indeed be 7th by the time if Manly does beat Parramatta. So there's all that to watch out for as well. But a huge game for the Knights. So with 10 wins so far, and as I say, 6 of their past 7 starts. Our referee here will be Wyatt Raymond, with Chris Butler in the bunker. We'll chase up a reason for Trey Mooney's late omission because he's not in that side anywhere on the bench included. So there you go, Maury. Can't wait to bring you the last game of round 18, the Knights and the Finns here at Hunter Stadium.
Good stuff. Thank you, Spriggy, Dino and Bridge. And here, players back on the field for the second half. The scoreline in favour of Manly over Parramatta, 8 points to 6. I was just getting worried about you, John Gibbs. I thought you were going to be run over by your old team.
Yeah, they kept coming too. So if the bench is anything to go by, their dash was superb as they came back out of the field. Dylan Walker has passed his HIA, so all 3 players that have undergone head injury assessments that passed, so that's the good news. And both sides a similar message, just cut out the mistakes, keep up the intensity, so there's no lack of effort, but they've just got to get a little bit of continuity in terms of handling the ball.
Let's see. It'll be Parramatta to kick off to begin this second half. NRL Sunday on ABC Sport, and the kick-off from Russell is taken about 4 metres out from the Manly line by Hopewadi, gives it right to Ethan Bullimore, and he's going to be tackled 12 metres out from his own line. In there came Mattielli and Jack DeBella. Now centre field, Manly with it. Tackle made on Hetherington on the 20. Now comes left to Bullimore, and he pounded his way through 1, 2. Caught now 28 out from his own goal line. In there was DeBellin along with Samrani. Manly works it right to Ben Trebojevic. Mattielli is there with De Silva. He stands in the tackle, 14 short of halfway. Played to Simpkin. Goes right to Nathan Brown. He's tackled 8 short of halfway. 8-6. Manly leads Parramatta. 40 seconds gone second half. And on the last, Fogarty the kick from inside the 40. Dropping back Isaiah Iongi with the catch. 8 metres out from his own line. Heads over the 10 and over the 20. Put to the ground. 3-man tackle. Hetherington was there with Simpkin. 20 in from touch on the eastern side. Parramatta gets its first touch of the second half. They spread it right to Kelly. He's caught by Walsh, Trebojevic and Brown. 23 out from the Parramatta line. Played to De Silva. He goes right, Semrani. Flick pass to Tuolangi on the right wing. He's tackled 33 out from his own line. And there was Clayton Fa'alolo. Now it's Brian Kelly charging into the defence there of Bullimore and 2 others. 4 short of halfway is where he's tackled. And a set restart given away by Joey Walsh. Second of the day to Parramatta. A go left. There's it to Volkman. Turns it back on the inside as Parramatta 1 metre in Manly Warringah's half. Ball played by Mattielli. Goes left to Volkman. Dummies tried to beat them. Nearly did, but he's claimed by Waddell. 10 metres in Manly Warringah territory. 18 in from touch eastern side. Dummy half is De Silva. Right to Walker. Turns it back on the inside. Mattielli's caught. 30 out from the Seagulls line. Parramatta on the attack. Goes right to Walker. Walker straight through. Takes on Tom Trebojevic. Then an amazing pass to Kelma Tuolangi. Oh, that is vintage Dylan Walker. That might be the best hit up and pass he's ever thrown. Try to Tuolangi. Parramatta back in front. Blue and gold flags are flying everywhere. 2 minutes 20 gone second half. Parramatta 10. Manly 8. What about that from Dylan Walker, Luke Lewis?
Brilliant from Dylan Walker. He does this very, very well. When he gets the ball, one off the ruck, he skips across field. He's got always someone pushing into a hole, someone out the back. This time he throws a little bit of a dummy, slides through, and he's got Tom Trebojevic in front of him. And he goes, I'm going to take you on for a little bit, see how I go. Gets his left arm out. And then Tommy Trebojevic gets him. And he just feels the presence of his teammate out the back there in Kalmalangi. And I tell you what, it is a beautiful pass there. And Tuolangi goes straight over the try line. Could you still laugh because I know I got his name right at the start there. Thank you.
About a 10, Manly 8, touchline, John Gibbs.
Yeah, well, that's 2 players that have undergone head injury assessments. Kelma Tuolangi and Dylan Walker combining. Dylan Walker originally through the dummy, fallen forward by Ethan Bullimore, went straight through. And Tom Trebojevic was a little bit disappointed he didn't ramp him up. He just left one arm free, and that was all that he needed. Just flicked that ball up, and Tuolangi scored a very good try right in front of me. I nearly dropped the microphone because I was clapping.
I can imagine. Clapping and flapping. Here's Jonah Pezzett, 23 metres out. 2 in from the western touchline. Parramatta 10, Manly Warringah 8. Here's Pezzett. 1 from 1 in the first half. Right footer. Exaggerated first step. Moves in, strikes it, misses to the near side right. No goal, never looked like it that time. But with a Kelma Tuolangi try, it's Parramatta 10, Manly Warringah 8, 3 minutes 30 gone second half. That was dead set brilliant from Dylan Walker. As we check on scores around the ground, second half of the NRLW in Waikato. Warriors now 28, leading Canterbury Bankstown 0. New South Wales Women's Rugby League, Paramatta, with our friend and colleague Kiana Takarangi playing in the centres. Paramatta 4 lead West Tigers 0. New South Wales Cup first half. There's no score in the Frank Hyde Cup between North Sydney and Newtown at North Sydney Oval. Here's a short kick-off right up the middle by Manly, and they come away with it. 12 metres in Paramatta's territory. Brilliant from Ruben Garrick. Played to Simpkin, goes right for Fogarty. Turns it back on the inside as the tackle's now made on Ben Trebojevic. 35 out from the Parramatta line. Played to Simpkin. Sends it left. Nathan Brown back on the inside. Bullimore. He's tackled. 31 out from the Parramatta line. That was great little short kick as it comes left to Joey Walsh. Plays out the back to Tom Trebojevic. Left foot kick, and his step rather caught 22 out. I remember Val Holmes doing that for your Cronulla side, Louis, when you were down against Penrith. It was a magnificent kick that really changed the momentum of the game. Fogarty, he sends the ball right edge this time to Waddell. Taking 18 out from the Parramatta goal line. Last tackle, Manly down 10-8. Crossfield kick by Fogarty. It's shallow. Tom Trebojevic coming through. But the ball ricochets back to Joey Walsh. Walsh runs into the upright. Can't get the ball down, or can he? I think he might have. Grant Atkins says, try to Joey Walsh. The ball was touched by Parramatta in flight. Bounces back, and Joey Walsh is over to score. So that short little kick-off has proved sensational for Manly. It was Ruben Garrick, a little tip forward. He dived on the ball, and now they score through Walsh. 5 gone second half. Manly back in front. Seagulls 12, Parramatta 10.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I wonder if Ruben Garrick actually told his teammates that he was going to do that, because he sold it so well. It looked like he was going to boot it long. Comes up with a beautiful little kick, gets the weight right, gets on the ball, and then gets Manly straight back on the attack. And then right at the end, nice little kick. Tom Trebojevic chasing through. And Joey Walsh, a man on the spot where it ricochets into his arms. And I tell you what, the goalpost didn't want him to score. He's pushed him back, but he does get the ball on the line. And that is try time for Manly, back in front after about 30 seconds.
Are you sure he gets it on the line? And
look like it.
Short of the line? Oh, back you if you say yes.
I'm saying he's on the line.
Yeah, it looks like he may have touched the plate, I agree. On that second replay. So Fogarty lining this up, 11 out. Almost in line with the left upright. Check in with Gibbsy after the kick. Strike confirmed. Manly Ringer 12, Parramatta 10. 2 tries apiece. And now Jamal Fogarty, 2 from 3, as a gimme here for Manly. Increasingly dark, menacing clouds overhead. Here at Western Sydney Stadium, and 34 minutes still to play. Fogarty on the approach, and he steers it right between the sticks. His third goal. Manly 14, Parramatta 10. Down to you, John Gibbs.
Well, didn't we see some great play there in the space of about 2 minutes? First of all, the pass for Dylan Walker to Kilma Tuolangi. There was a player just placed a report. I'm not quite sure who that was, but we'll check it out. I could see the arms of Grant Atkins cross. And then we saw Ruben Garrick, great ingenuity to just kick the ball forward at 10 metres, dive on it. And then really, Joey Walsh was prevented by the goalpost cover, but you know who was disadvantaged more was Iongi trying to tackle him. The cover is costing a try.
All right, all I can help you with, Johnny, is there's a Parramatta place on report. From the kick-off, it's a juggle effort from Bullimore, but he held on. And tackled 11 out from his own line by Tuolangi. Played to Walsh. Sends it right to Hopewadi. He's scored 15 out from his own line. Manly Ringer 14. Parramatta 10. 6 minutes 30 gone second half. Now up the middle go the Sea Eagles. 28 out from their own goal line. Dummy half Simpkin. Goes left to Ben Trebojevic. He's taken beautiful tackle down low by Tuolangi. Over the top from DeBellin. 12 short of halfway. Simpkin goes right to Brown. Straight past to Silver into Kautonga. And now he's felled. About 3 metres short of halfway for Manly Ringer on the last. It comes right to Fogarty. Push boot the ball, dropping back is Isaiah Iongi with the catch. 5 metres out from his own line. Great chase from Manly Ringer. Nowhere for Isaiah to go. And he's fell 12 metres out from his own line. That was brilliantly led downtown by Jake Simpkin. Now Parramatta goes right to Addo Carr, but nowhere for him to go. He's scored 14 out from his own line. Plays the ball to Volkman. Then left to Russell. He's scored 21 out from his own line. Dummy half to Silva. Goes right to Mattielli. Bounced away from one heavy attempt. Parramatta thought there was a shoulder charge involved. The play on, Mattielli plays it. 23 out from his own line. As he comes to the right edge, wraparound ball this time. Finds Peasant, caught 28 out from his own goal line. Ben Trebojevic, a heavy tackle. And it will be played by Isaiah Yongi after the Ben Trebojevic tackle. Comes right to Peasant, puts right boot straight down the throat of Tom Trebojevic on the Manly 20. He brings it over the 30 to the 40, runs into Walker and Tuolangi, and he'll play a 10 short of halfway, 15 in from the western touchline. Ethan Bullimore off, Jake Trebojevic back on, the fourth interchange here for Manu Ringa, who Clayton Failolog in centre field, he's knocked it on. And this is how quickly momentum can change. Knock on by Manly. Parramatta scrum feed, Louis. 6 metres in Manly's half. 8 gone second half. Manly 14, Parramatta 10.
I get a little bit frustrated for Manly at the moment because they do a good job to get back into the game. They score a try. They come up with a really good set and an outstanding defensive set. And then play one. They make an error and they gift the field position straight back to Parramatta. You've got that replay there playing on the big screen at the moment of Nathan Brown. It sort of does look like a little bit of a shoulder charge.
Yeah. Just got away with that. Just a little bit or a lot of bit?
A lot of it.
Is Parramatta winning the scrum? An inside ball to Mattielli. He's caught 7 metres in Manu Ringa territory. 14-10 Seagulls. The ball played now to Silva. Goes left, Walker away to Volkman. Volkman dummies and accelerates, but he's caught in a defensive trio of Waddell. And also in there was Jamal Fogarty. And then a bit of a shove by Corey Waddell. So a set restart for Parramatta. Third of the day for the blue and gold. And they're in centre field, 29 out from the Manly Ringa goal line. Ball played, Mattielli goes left to Silver, away to Bellin, and he's debunked 20 metres out from the Manly Ringa line. Ball played to Silver, takes off from dummy half, gained about 11, caught by Simpkin, 9 out, centre field, played to Yongi, goes left to Volkman, Volkman a cut out ball to Russell beats one, try-saving tackle there by Fogarty, a metre out from the goal line. Finished off by Jake Trebojevic. It's played to Kautonga. Left to right they work it. Peasant, he got the pass away to support as Parramatta still 13 away. Last tackle Parramatta. Great last ditch defence here, Manly to Silva. Finds the left, Volkman puts it on the toe. It's a shocking kick from Volkman. Straight to Corey Waddell. He's scored 11 out from his own line. 10 gone second half. Manly Ringa 14, Parramatta 10. Touchline, John Gibb.
Well, that was a really good defensive set by Manly because that mistake by Clayton Failolog had certainly put them under pressure, but they withstood it well. That play that was placed through Port just after Joey Walsh had scored that try, it was Tony Mattielli.
All right, thank you, Gibbsy. So Mattielli on report for reasons unknown currently. Here's Parramatta defending as Brown got a short pass away to his left. Tackle made here a metre short of halfway on Kobe Hetherington. Played on the last. And here's a high spiralling kick by Fogarty. Caught by Adoka. 15 out from his own line. He crosses the 20 and he's going to be held 27 out from his own line. So ball will be played 20 in from the eastern touchline. Comes back towards centre field. Yongi's caught 28 out from his own line for Parramatta. Plays it quickly and they go from left to right. Sam Rani got through Failolog. Now caught 20, make it 10 short of halfway. Played to Peasant. He sends it left to Brian Kelly for Parramatta. Jack Williams returns to the field for the Eels. And that gives a break to Tom Mattielli. Isaiah Yongi goes left to Williams. Wraparound ball to support Kautonga, and he was caught before acceptances. It is a penalty to Parramatta. Penalty's 5-3 to the Eels. He was caught just a little bit too quickly by Ruben Garrick. And he hadn't quite yet caught the football, Kautonga. And there was not much in it, but a penalty to the Eels, 10 metres in Manly Ringa's half.
As soon as Jack Williams got that pass, he could see how strong he was. He broke through that wall of defence. But Kautonga, he was already taken off. He knew what was coming. Ruben Garrick had already had his jersey, holding his jersey in his arms and waiting for that ball to come in the air. And that's why he made the tackle. But I reckon he might have saved the try there.
Parramatta the tap. 26 out. It comes right to Williams, and he's wrapped up by Jake Trebojevic. 24 out from the Manly Ringa goal line. Also in there was Brown. Now to the right they go. Peasant away to Tuolangi. He's caught 18 metres away. Parramatta on the attack, albeit down 14-10. The Silva goes left. Peasant away, Volkman. Volkman short ball, Kautonga. Then he got the ball backing up brilliantly for Parramatta. Isaiah Yongi. He's having a blinder and he ends up putting it down between the sticks. Try to Parramatta. 12 minutes 30 gone second half. Isaiah Iongi puts it down. It's 14 all, and Luke Lewis, do you know what we have? You score, we score, you score, we score. 14 all the score, 27 and a bit to go.
Yeah, nice working by Volkman again. Just straighten up, going square into the defensive line. You got Kautonga absolutely punching into a nice hole. Big, strong back rower, just holds his feet nicely. And then Iongi just comes from nowhere. Get a beautiful pass, hits him on the chest. And then Better's, like you said, Better's the position, goes straight underneath the sticks. And they're looking a lot sharper, Paramatta. They're doing some things really, really well at the moment. So, yeah, nice attack. Well done to Iongi.
Down to you, John Gibbs on the touchline.
They played the ball is really quick, and Kautonga there gets some reward because that was a beautiful ball to Iongi. And Iongi this afternoon has literally been ubiquitous. I tell you what, he is, whether it be defence or attack, he's backing up. He's been fantastic. And by the way, Nathan Brown is also on report for that. What did you say, Louis?
Shoulder charge.
A fair bit of shoulder charge, a lot of, or a little bit of a shoulder charge. He certainly is on report, and I think Ruben Garrick lucky not to go to the bin when he grabbed Kautonga.
So here's the conversion. Peasant in front. 10 metres out. Makes no mistake, he's 2 out of 3. Paramatta back in front, 16-14 over Manly Warringah. 14 minutes gone in the second half. Around the grounds, NRLW, a try to Alexis Tauania for the Bulldogs. Taylor Preston is converted, but the Warriors 28 lead Canterbury Bankstown 6. New South Wales Women's Rugby League still 4-0. Parramatta over the West Tigers. No score yet in the New South Wales Cup, North and Newtown. Queensland Cup, second half. Mackay 26, leading North Devils 22. Western Clydesdales 18, leading Burleigh 16. South Logan 16, leading the Dolphins 10. And in the first half, Wynnum Manly leading PNG Hunters 14-0 from the kick-off. Parramatta is 13 out from its own goal line. AFL is underway. First quarter, St Kilda 7, leading Essendon 0. And Super Rugby Women, second half. Western Force 24, Brumbies 15. And here's a mistake on play 2 from the kick-off from Kitiani Kautonga. Now he's telling his teammates he did nothing wrong and we do have a challenge. Here's Grant Atkins.
Tackle 2 with Kitiani. Got a knock on live ruling. Completed tackle 2, Parramatta challenge.
So in terms of challenges, this is Parramatta's first. Manly had one successful challenge and one unsuccessful challenge.
There's no hands around the ball at the moment. Don't see any movement. There's a little bit of movement there.
He lost it. It's a knock on.
The ball comes away from the hand, just making sure that it does touch the ground.
That's the only part I can't see, but I can see the point right at the end when they play the replay. The point does hit the ground. There.
Comes away from the hand and touches the ground. This is a knock on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
I don't get that either. So Parramatta's just blown its challenge then. Knock on by Kitiani Kautonga. Manly Warringah scrum feed, 20 out from the Parramatta line. 25 and a half to go. 16-14 to the Eels.
I think they're trying to keep in what you said, Andrew. You score, we score.
Yes.
Because they give up field position straight after points. And we know what happened last time. Manly scored 30 seconds later.
Well, I know I've had a couple of drop balls lately. I've really enjoyed the start of this second half. We've had 3 tries in a 10-minute period. Manly wins the scrum and it comes open side left. As now they try to hit back down by 2 points, 16-14. Daniela Paseka, he plays the ball to Simpkin, fires it away right. Jake Trebojevic, he got the pass on as well, and Manly at 20 metres out from the goal line. Played by Hetherington to Simpkin, goes left to this time Joey Walsh. He's wrapped up, 12 out from the line. Manly on the attack. Simpkin goes left Fogarty, turns it in for second, but he's nailed. Great defence by Parramatta, 8 metres out. And that was Isaiah Iongi again. Comes right to Fogarty, and then through hands. There's nearly a one-on-one steal. It's been lost by Manly Warringah. Knock on by Manly Warringah. As the ball was put down, about 12 out from the line by Joey Walsh. So Parramatta will get a scrum feed, 11 out from its own line centre field. 15 and a bit gone second half. And the scoreline is 16-14 in favour of Parramatta. Don't forget, it's Newcastle and the Dolphins, about 45 minutes away at Hunter Stadium. The crowd here, I thought it was up near 20,000. 18,778. Ralph Tucker's counted them exclusively for us. 18,778. for this 2 o'clock Sunday game as Parramatta wins the scrum. They have it 16 metres out from their own goal line. Ball played by Semrani. Comes right to left, Walker to Pezzett. And he links up with support at 25 out from their own line. Sam Tuiviti on the field. Played to De Silva. Goes left now to Kautonga. He's scored 11 short of halfway. 20th from the eastern touchline. Parramatta with the footy. Played to De Silva. Goes short side left this time to Boltman. But he can't beat the defensive Waddell on halfway. 11 from touch eastern side. Played to De Silva. Open side right Walker. Centre field Pezzett to Tuolangi. Then Tuiongi away to Semrani. One hander in the tackle back to Pezzett. They're going backwards. Then away to Walker right to left. He fired the pass onto Boltman. Then to Kautonga. Finally they straighten and he's knocked to the deck by Garrick and lost the ball again. 6 metres in Manly's territory. So a Manly scrum feed in this second half is turning into the first half again, which is a what, Luke Lewis?
A drop-a-thon, Andrew.
Manly scrum feed 7 short of halfway.
But look, Parramatta do look good when they actually get it right, but then they just get a little bit too, I don't know, excited when they break a tackle. Like, come up an offload, that's fine, but then they go backwards 10 metres, they shift it to the left, and they're all a little bit bamboozled by themselves. And that's why they come up with an error, but gives another opportunity for Manly to get back in the game. I know it's only 2 points, but Parramatta have sort of been the better side in the second half.
From the scrum win, Garrick scored 4 short of halfway, but I wonder if that's a byproduct, Louis, the way Parramatta is being a bit frantic due to the fact that they've found points really hard to come by in recent weeks.
So they're getting excited.
Manly 6 metres in Parramatta's half. The second plays the ball to Simpson. Then he sends it left to Hetherington. Good strong run by Kobe Hetherington into Tuivati. Put to the ground. 31 out from the Parramatta line. Simpkins goes right to Fogarty. Then away to Walsh. To Tom Drabojevic. Away to Garrick. He goes without it. And now Parramatta pick it up out the back. Louis, this second half has become a
shambles.
20 metres out of the Parramatta line. I thought you were going with drop-a-thon again, but that'll do. Let's check in on the touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, there's been a replacement, which is an interesting one. Clayton Falalo has just left the field. He's been replaced by Josh Fellerty. I'm not sure whether there's an injury. I don't think so. He looked really disappointed when he came from the field. He has made a couple of errors, and I don't think he's been himself since he passed an HIA.
Okay, thank you, Jonty. Yeah, Fellerty at left centre for Manly. As now Parramatta Sam Tuiviti hits it up to within 8 of halfway. Scooting out a dummy half, Talon De Silva, and he runs around in circles. Iongi got in his road, got the pass away left to Dylan Walker. Can he link up? No, he can't. He had Iongi just sprinting through on his left. But he's tackled 6 metres in Manly Ringa territory. Parramatta 16, Manly 14. As now the Eels work at left edge. 35 out from the goal line, eastern side. Played on the last. Pezzett puts up the high kick. Down to Drabojevic. Coming through is Adokar. Tom Drabojevic the catch. Bounced through one, but now he's taken 10 out from his own line. 19 minutes gone. Parramatta 16, Manly Ringa 14. Boy, here's a long pass left in front of the post to Opawati. He scored 12 metres out from his own goal line. He'll play the ball now for Manly. It comes left to Fellerty. He takes on 3 defenders, including Pezzett and Tuivati, and caught on his own 20-metre line. Now Simpkin left to Opawati. Lehigh smashed there by Tuolangi, Semrani and Pezzett. 26 out from the Seagulls goal line. Simpkin, short side left to Tom Drabojevic. Had his bro Ben with him. A wraparound ball he sent straight to Parramatta though. And the Eels have it 6 metres in Manly territory. Louis, something.
Oh, no. I reckon Sam Rami there he was calling it because he had his brother there in Ben Trebojevic. That's who he was trying to get it to, but he just got a little bit tricked.
Here's Jack Williams, centre field. Caught 38 out for the Manly line. Parramatta fans certainly sending up, or they can sense an upset win. Walker to the left. Boltman, short ball. Kautonga. Straight past 2. Inside ball to Boltman. He stepped past 1. Still going Boltman. Got away from another. Finally he's going to be held 6 metres out. Thrilling work there from Ronald Boltman and Parramatta. Ball's going to be played now to De Silva. Go short side left. Kautonga. Then the pass away. Russell. He's collared half a metre out. Try-saving effort by Saab, Ben Trebojevic and Waddell. Now on the last, it comes right. Crossfield kick by Boltman. It's short. It's lost by Opawati. Still the last. Isaiah Iongi sends the ball left. Then through, hands out the back. Parramatta Boltman. Another crossfield kick. It's too short again. What was he thinking? Taken by Manly. 16 out from their own goal line. 7 in from the western touchline, and the ball played by Joey Walsh, who came away with that great catch, goes right to Felity. 20 minutes gone, 20 minutes left, second half. Parramatta 16, Manly Ringer 14.
Yeah, well, that was a bit of a shambles there. They had to scramble everywhere there, Manly, to keep turning away Parramatta, but they just couldn't get the that last part right, Parramatta. They had Manly absolutely shot. They've got someone down at the moment. They got Ruben Garrick.
Yeah, he's claiming something happened in the tackle, and Jack Williams just looked at the ref, waving his hand saying, "There's nothing here, sir."
That's too funny. We see something. He's telling Porky to the referee. He would never do that. Well, I would never.
Incidentally, if you missed Luke Lewis's debate with Billy Moore ahead of the Origin decider, you can catch it on the ABC NRL Daily podcast feed. And our interview with Dragons coach Dean Young is also there. Just search for ABC NRL Daily, wherever you get your podcasts, or find it anytime on ABC Listen. Down to the touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, it was a crusher. That's what Ruben Garrick is suggesting. No penalty given, so I don't have a problem with that as long as they're consistent. Jake Trbojevic actually played the ball. Clayton Falalo, it's a hamstring injury, and he's only come back recently after hurting his hamstring.
All right, mate, here's it.
HIA.
You see, but that's a neck injury.
No, it wasn't. He actually got a shoulder to the head from Jack Williams.
So he's now coming from the field, Ruben Garrick, for an HIA. Parramatta defending him, Manly 10 short of halfway. Ethan Bullimore back on the field. It's 16-14 Parramatta over Manly Ringer. 18 minutes 30 to go. Ball played to Simpkin. Goes right to Fogarty. Kick from inside the 40. All of a sudden it's getting dark here at Western Sydney Stadium. Kicks it down the throat of Josh Adokar. Really good chase. Simpkin eventually missed the tackle, but Hetherington had caught up at that point along with Jake Trbojevic. 27 out from the Parramatta line. They work into the right side this time, the Eels. Just outside their 30. Ball's going to be played by Iongi to De Silva. Goes right to Kelly. Links up with Semrani now on the right wing. He slips over and took a divot out as well. Tackled by Hopewadi, 12 short of halfway. 5 in from touch, western side. Now open side left to Tuolangi. He's tackled 6 short of halfway. Nail biter here at Parramatta. 16-14. The Eels lead the Seagulls. Now Iongi goes on a jinking run in centre field. Just short of halfway. Played on the last to Silva. Sends it right to Jonah Peasant. He puts right boot to ball. Dropping back is Hopewadi with a catch. 6 metres out from his own line. Heads into the chase. And he's put to the ground. He'll play it 12 metres out from his own goal line as he's put to the ground there by one of the replacements for Parramatta. Harrison Edwards is on the field. More great defence here from Parramatta, forcing Manly back to its own 10. That's where Felity plays it to Walsh. He sends the ball open side right. Bullimore tackle. 12 out from his own line and play 3. What a great defensive set so far. Simpkin, he goes right to Saab. He's the crowd roaring with every tackle. 16 out from the Manly line. Simpkin goes left to Tom Trbojevic. He scored 23 out from his own line. Another roar from the blue and gold faithful. Late on the last. Simpkin goes right. Fogarty from his own 20. Spiralling kick. Taken in centre field by Iongi. 15 short of halfway. Gets to halfway with a dummy. Ren circles around Ben Trbojevic. Past Jason Saab. Tackled now by Ben Trbojevic. 31 out. Just in from touch eastern side. Played that comes to the right. Adokar. Through hand. Volkman away now. And to Edwards. He scored 34 out for the Manly line, and the crowd getting very vocal. Played to De Silva. Right to Peasant. Inside ball to Avati. He scored 29 out from the Manly goal line. We have 16 and a half to go. Parramatta 16. Manly Ringer 14. Right edge now for the Eels to within 17 of the line. Played by Tuolangi to De Silva. Blindside Semrani. Put it on the toe, but it was a forward pass and a dummy half. No, you can't do it. Manly Ringer will have a scrum feed about 13 out from their own line. 16-14 in favour of the Eels with 16 to go.
Well, that did not look forward to me, but it was right in front of John Gibbs. John Gibbs was sitting right in front of that pass there from dummy half.
Well, let's find out. What say you, Jonty?
100% pure pass to Semrani.
Pure? So it was fine.
Of course.
Beautiful. It looked fine from up here too.
So Manly scrum feed nonetheless, 12 or 13 out from their own line around the grounds. Full time in the NRLW. Warriors 32 have beaten Canterbury Bankstown 10. After here, West Tigers 28 beat Paramatta 16. New South Wales Cup, try to the Bears. North Sydney 6 leading Newtown 0. As Manly Ringer has it, 16 out from their own line, and they have to go back and play it again. As it's done to Simpkin, goes right to Ben Trebojevic, spins through one outside his own 20. Queensland Cup second half, Mackay 34 leading North Devils 22. Burleigh 22 leading Western Clydesdales 18. South Logan 20 leading Dolphins 10. Winner Manly 26, thrashing PNG Hunters 0. As Manly turned it in, Tom Trebojevic dropped it. Picked up by Tuolangi. In pursuit of Awadi, missed him. Tuolangi falls over and drops it. How? What? Why? No try. Kelvin Tuolangi fell over and the ball went out of his hands. Knock on. It remains 16-14 Parramatta.
Oh, I don't want to do there, but poor Kelvin Tuolangi, I think he's not going to look at that replay. He was away.
He was tackled by a worm.
He gets stripped by a worm, and then the ball comes out. Then he has a face plant at the same time. It did not work out for Parramatta there. That was the game. If they score there, I reckon that was the game. But unlucky there for Parramatta. Unlucky for Kelvin Tuolangi, but wow.
That's the first successful tackle by Worm in 2026. Manly 11 out from their own line. I'll get to Gibbs in a tick because it does remind me a little bit of a bomb try, maybe in 1979 or 1980 for Manly against Canterbury Bankstown. I don't know whether you got any memories of that, Jonty.
Yes, I do, but I had run 90 metres, not 19 metres, and really that started after Joey Walsh had tried to flick past the Tom Trebojevic, and I'll give the Worm a name, Leo Hopawati. He just got enough on him from behind to just put him off. It was a shadow that got him as well as a worm.
Here's Manly now, too short of halfway, eastern side. Anything could happen in these last 13 and a half minutes. Kick on the last, Fogarty drills it. Got it away from Isaiah Yongi. Near the touchline, bounce, and Yongi picks it up a metre out from his own line. Fogarty leads the chase with a great tackle right on the Parramatta 10-metre line. Plays the ball to Josh Adokar, sends it right to Brian Kelly in the middle of the field. He got an amazing pass out the back to Adokar. He's over the 20 beats to the box. Over the 30 to 40. Across they come. Tom Trebojevic the tackle. 4 metres in Manly territory. Played to De Silva. Comes right to Peasant. Then away to Kelly. Short ball on to Semrani near the touchline. Get away from it. Treat it like Gibbs. He's precipice. And he does. 29 metres out. Look at he Gibbs. He yelling at him from there. Ball played to Kelly. Goes left to Peasant. Then away Williams to Teobati. He scored 28 out for the Manly line. De Silva. Goes right to Williams. Show and go into Simpson. Put to the ground with help there as well from Laiapi back on the field. Now Peasant on the last inside ball. Williams tackled 7 out, changeover. Manly survive for now. 12 minutes 20 to go, Louis. Parramatta 16, Manly Ringer 14. This has become an absolute thriller.
Yeah, now it's getting exciting. There's a lot of stuff going on. Half breaks everywhere, but the fatigue, you can see it really set in for Manly. Their body language at the moment, and they're all out on their feet. They've got their hands on their hips. They're bending over, struggling to get into shape. So they've got to use this to their advantage, Parramatta.
Jason Saab plays it. Pass goes right to Ben Trebojevic. And that was a forward pass and no one knocked on. A knock on for Ben Trebojevic. So all the Trebojevic's are having trouble with their hands. Scrum feed to Parramatta, 28 out for the Manly goal line. And at the moment they're 20 in from touch on the eastern side, and the referee Grant Atkins just seeking clarification about where they want the scrum to be fed, and Manly approaching the scrum. Parramatta happy to have a 20 in from touch. Scoreline is 16-14 to the Eels. Manly led 8-6 at half-time. And like I say, anything could happen from here with still 11 minutes and 15 thrilling seconds to go. Scrum won by Parra. Pezza turns it in. Great tackle on Tuivati. About 30 out from the line by Jake Trebojevic as Dylan Walker returns to the field for the Parramatta side. Middle of the ground, Kautonga. He scored 22 away from the Manly goal line. 16-14 to Parramatta. The Eels on the attack. De Silva sends it right to Jack Williams. Spins in the tackle. Put to the ground though now by Laiapi. 17 out from the line. De Silva turns it right to support play. Comes to the right, Peasant. Then links up with Dylan Walker. Walker's confronted by Hopewadi and Felody and stands in the tackle. 10 metres out, 5 metres in from touch on the western side. open side left. Peasant. Short ball, Harrison Edwards. Cut to the ground 4 metres away by Liafi. Has played on the last to the Silva. Long ball, Kautonga. Passed on down by Ben Trebojevic. 6 more tackles. Scooped up by Volkman. Volkman gets away from one tackle. Waddell got away from another Fogarty. Then straightens to within 2 of the goal line. Parramatta right on the attack as a new set begins. It comes short side left, touched by Manly. It's with the Silva. Goes to the right to Walker. Hands it off on the inside to Harrison Edwards. Edwards spotted half a gap and shuts 4 metres out. Now the Silva comes back open side right. Don't see the band go again. Stab kick, Peasant. Peasant follows it through. Burrows underneath Tom Trebojevic to score. There's his big arrow into the crowd. More money for Jai and his family. 9.5 to go. Jonah Peasant, his first game in ages. Brilliant stab kick. Pick up and try. Parramatta 20, Manly Ringer 14, Luke Lewis.
Oh, it's just a matter of time. Parramatta going over. And I'll tell you what, a couple of the forwards are waiting for a little bit of a short ball. And the pass hits the ground, get a bit of a bounce there. And Peasant goes, you know what, I'm going to have a crack here by myself. And puts a beautiful little grubber in. Gets the weight right, gets the bounce. And then gets down low and goes underneath Tom Trebojevic. Doesn't give him an opportunity to get a good shot on him. And scores a great try for Parramatta. If they kick this goal, they might be very hard to run down from here, Parramatta, the way that Manly are playing at the moment.
Let's go to the touchline. John Gibbs.
Well, Manly were tight. And really, when they knocked that ball down, I thought that might have been a professional foul because they're out on their feet. Ben Trebojevic had come up with a knock on, and he claimed that it wasn't well. His big bro Jake had squandered the captain's challenge in the first half, so that was gone. And then they got that 6 again, and Jonah Peasant, the pass to him was at his bootlaces. It was a magnificent pickup. He looked ahead, he saw no one's there. I'll have a go. Eyes up football. Brilliantly put the ball in. Just needed a bounce, got the bounce and scored. This is a big kick coming up right now.
And it's Talon De Silva replacing Jonah Peasant, who's kicked 2 from 3, and Peasant is scoring. He's 17 out, 17 in for touch. De Silva strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. Parramatta by 8. This will be a huge upset. Parramatta 22, Manly Ringer 14, 8 minutes 16 to go. But remember, Parramatta has won 6 of its last 7 against Manly Ringer at this ground. So around the grounds, repeating full time in the NRLW, that was a win for the Warriors over Canterbury 32-10. New South Wales Women's Rugby League, Parramatta 10 leading West Tigers 0. New South Wales Cup first half, North 6 leading Newtown 0. Full-time Queensland Cup, Mackay over North 42-22, short kick off, up they go, Josh Adokar with a catch, 34 out from his own line, then he steps, caught 10 short of halfway. Burleigh 26 defeated Clydesdale's 18. Currently, South Logan 20 leading Dolphins 10, Winner Manly 30 leading PNG 0. Parramatta 3 short of halfway. Edwards plays it to Silva. He sends it right to Tuiviti, I should say, tackled 4 metres in Manly's territory. In the AFL first quarter, St Kilda 27 leading Essendon 12. Parramatta only 32 out from the goal line, leading 22-14. Williams plays it, goes right to left to Silva. Walker, then through hands to Yongi. Throws a moon pass, caught though by Josh Adokar, and he's scored 21 out for the Manly line and 4 in from touch eastern side. Played to Russell on the last, goes right to Volkman. Up goes the kick. Felony against Semrani. The ball off Obawadi, I reckon. Then tapped back by Parramatta. But no, they're saying first knock on came off Semrani. So it's a change over to Manly Ringer. 10 out from their own line. 7 minutes to go. Parramatta 22, Manly Ringer 14. How did Manly get out of their own territory, Louis?
Well, they've got to play some footy now. I remember in the first half where they were causing damage was on the left side. So on the left side attack for Manly, they've got to go over, lay over to the right, then shift back to the left and get Tom Trebojevic the ball as many times as possible.
So now Paseka tackled 22 out for the Manly Ringer goal line. It's played to Simpkin. Goes right to Brown. Fogarty through hands with Dell. Nowhere to go. I don't know how much energy Manly has left. 4 tries to 2 to Parramatta today. Jake Trebojevic up the middle. And he's going to be taken 14 short of halfway. Tell you what, it'll be a memorable win if Parramatta can hold on. Simpkin goes left to Brown, plays out the back. Walsh, great ball to Tom Trbojevic. Better ball to Hopewadi. Down the western touchline over the 30. Turns the ball inside. Bullimore beats 1-2. Takes Ioni with him over the line. No, they know. The ball loose in goal. He may have dropped it. He may have bounced it. We're going to the bunker with 6 minutes to go.
Tackle 5. I got a no try. Can we just review the grounding weight from Bullimore, please?
Louis, how is it possible that a game where everyone had hands like feet for so long has turned into an absolute thriller?
I've got no idea, but that's exactly what they
Feel
need
like
to do.
there's a play leading up to this.
But look at the tackler who is it?
The ball is lost forward short of the
Jose
sideline.
Iongi, yeah, Bullimore has knocked it on. Iongi has been everywhere, man. That's him.
He saved about 3 or 4 tries today. He scored a try.
The ball is then kicked by Tom Trbojevic.
There's a 20-metre tap.
And then goes over the dead ball line for a 7-tackle set. We have a decision.
But that's the play they've got to do. See how they set up to the right, they come back to the left with Tom Trbojevic, and then he's got an option to play short or long or go himself. They've got to keep doing that for the next 6 minutes. Every time they get the ball, they've got to set up that right side, come back to the left.
There were 2 great passes in that passage. First from Joey Walsh, then from Tom Trbojevic. But it amounts to naught in the end. John Gibbs, Parramatta a 7-tackle set. In fact, this will be a 6-tackle set with a 20-metre tap.
No, it'll be a 7-tackle set, Andrew, because Tom Trbojevic
kicked it, yeah.
has been ruled to have kicked it. So what's happened is Bullimore was brought down short of the line. So it would have been a scrum close to the line, 10 metres out. And what happened, because it was kicked by Tom, 7-tackle set. So you'd think they're home. Listen to that parrot chant. We haven't heard it for a while.
Here's Jack Williams now trying to respond. Tackle 4 short of halfway for Parramatta. Dummy half to Silva. Goes left to Walker. Out the back, Volkman. Kautonga. Then to Russell. Bang! He got hit heavily in a tackle. And he's lost the ball. That was Saab in off the wing with a body shot. And Russell coughed it up.
He's put 3 of them on today. The first 2 in the very first set.
Right at the start of the
game. And he comes up another pearler. Great timing. Bends his back. Gets up underneath the ball and absolutely puts a bone rattler on there on Russell. That is beautiful technique from Saab. Douche,
as you might say. So Parramatta have to defend now. Manly a scrum feed. 2 metres in Eels territory. Still 5 minutes to play. Parramatta 22. Manly 14. Hope you're enjoying the action on NRL Sunday here on ABC Sport. You with Luke Lewis, John Gibbs, I'm Andrew Moore. Scrum 1, they go the short side right to Simpkins. Got straight past Russell. Russell's now limping, still going Simpkin. Finally tackled 28 metres out from the Parramatta line. He plays the ball to Fogarty, goes left to Ben Trbojevic, runs right across field, right to left and tackled. Ruben Garrick back on the field. He's past his HIA. 23 metres out, Simpkin. Goes left to Nathan Brown. Steps into the defence coming across here. And he's going to be put to the ground. Tiankun Brown is back on the field with a tackle, 16 out. Simpkin goes right. Fogarty got a short ball away to Waddell. He's taken 10 metres out from the Parramatta line. Eels 22. Sea Eagles 14 with 4 minutes 15 to go. They go left. Fogarty through hands. Walsh Paseka. He's caught 5 or 6 metres out. Plays it on the last to Simpkin. Goes back right. Fogarty puts in a shocking kick. Caught by Russell in goal on the full 20-metre tap. Another 7-tackle set for Parramatta, who lead 22-14 with 4 minutes to play as it comes left to Isaiah Iongi, tackled 28 out from the Parramatta line. They deserve this, Parra.
Yeah, absolutely they do. They've been ripping in, especially from the second half. They're carrying stronger. They're setting up better. They've got their enthusiasm and energy is a lot better. But that was a horrible attacking set from Manly.
Here's Josh Adokar centre field. Got straight past Paseka. He's done some sneaky, really good things, Adokar. Taken on halfway by Jake Trbojevic. Plays the ball. Out they scoot Brian Kelly. He's tackled 9 metres in Mandaringa territory. Ball going to be played down to De Silva. He sends it away right side. Semrani got straight through Walsh. Taken though, 31 out from the line by Paseka, and also in there was Simpkin. Now centre field left Walker. Got it away Volkman. Turns it on the inside Russell. Caught 24 out from the Manly Ringer goal line. Last play now for Parramatta. Leading 22-14. Kick by Jonah Pezza to the southeast corner. Up goes Tom Trbojevic for the catch, but he's caught almost instantly. 7 out from his own line. 3 minutes left. Parramatta 22, Manly 14. Touchline, John Gibbs.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, Parramatta. Here they are. Joey Walsh, kick for Saab. Hang on to your hat.
And it's Leo Hopewadi with a catch. And I've got my hat in hand. Thank you, Jonty. Right on the Manly 30. The ball's played to Felony. Goes right to Walsh. Walsh didn't know where to go, so he falls down. I think that worm made it second tackle. Now 32 out for the Manly line. Ball played to Simpkin. Long ball right to Fogarty. Then on to Corey Waddell. He's caught 14 short of halfway. They look a weary mob, Manly. 2 minutes 15 to go. Play to Simpkin. Goes left to Brown. Out the back to Walsh. Walsh a double cut-out pass. There to Hopewadi. He kicks it straight into Parramatta's Brian Kelly. Did play at it and basically bashed it over the western touchline. So Manly will get to play the ball. 48 metres out. 2 minutes to go. Parramatta 22, Manly 14.
I think it's way too late now for them. I can't, unless they score right now, then go the length. What are you saying? Can they do it or not?
Well, I haven't said what I normally say, so just see. Tom Trbojevic 40 out. I think Parramatta is just about a certainty from here. They should be. But Nathan Brown scored 34 out from the line. We'll learn all we need to know in this set. Play to Simpkin. Goes right to Fogarty. Runs at the line. Short ball Waddell. He's cut to the ground by Kautonga and Boltman. 22 away. Simpkin goes open side left. Through hands away now. It comes from Walsh to Ben Trbojevic. Throws it straight to the Parramatta winger Kelly. He's over the 30. Felony from behind. Dragged him down. Too short of halfway, but Louis, this is what I'm saying, dude. Game, set, bingo. Parramatta's going to win, as now they have it 10 metres in Manly's half with a minute to play. The intercept thrown by Ben Trbojevic. And the crowd going nuts. Iongi. He steps around Waddell, accelerates Waddell, great tackle. 25 out from the line, 45 seconds to go. Kautonga picks it up. He marches ahead to within 11 of the goal line.
I'll score again here.
Jake Trbojevic with a tackle. It's played to De Silva. Goes open side right this time to Tinkum Brown. Caught 3 out. Last play Para. De Silva goes back. Peasant. 13 out. Field goal. Field goal. Field goal for Parramatta. They did score Nostradamus, but it's a one-pointer. Parramatta 23, Manly 14, down to the touchline, Johnny Gibbs.
Oh, well done. He's had a good game, Jonah Pezza, and his combination with Ronald Volkman has been a beauty since Ronald Volkman replaced Pezza when he got injured in round 5. But Manly, well, that's 7 out of 8 here, Andrew. Manly haven't won here since 2021. And Parramatta, well, if you look at their form recently, you'd say Manly, but when you have a look at all of those stats and what Parramatta has done to Manly here in particular, well, it's not a complete surprise, but they've deserved this. And I'm glad you mentioned Josh Adokar. He set the standard early on when he came up with a try-saving tackle just in front of me at the southwestern end of Western Sydney Stadium. But he's done a great job not scoring tries. He hasn't scored here for 4 games. By his standards, that's a massive drought, but what a game.
Yeah, what a fun battle too between he and Jason Saab. So we've got 16 seconds to go. Manly and Parramatta, the Eels leading 23-14. What an upset win for the blue and gold here at home. Newcastle and the Dolphins. We're 10 minutes from heading to Hunter Stadium to Spriggy, Dean Hallertau and Bridget Murphy. And now we're waiting for the appropriate tee to go out there into the middle of the ground. 4 tries to 2. Listen to the crowd here. Kick off from Garrick down to the northern end. It's caught 7 out for the line by Brian Kelly. He passes it away left, and it looked like the Parramatta player was going to run a Tinkum Brown over the touchline. Doesn't matter. He's tackled. It's all over, and Parramatta win. Parramatta 23, Manly Warringah 14, here at Western Sydney Stadium before a crowd of 18,778. Well done, Parramatta. So we've seen this weekend in the last 24 hours wins for St George Illawarra and Paramatta Eels. For the Eels, drive to Ronald Volkman in the 26th minute. Telma Tuolangi in the 43rd. Isaiah Iongi in the 53rd. Jonah Peasant in the 71st minute. Peasant 2 goals from 3 attempts. Talon De Silva 1 from 1. And Jonah Peasant an 80th minute field goal. Talon De Silva on report for a crusher tackle in the 35th minute. Tom Mattielli on report in the 47th minute for a high tackle. Nathan Brown on report for a shoulder charge in the 48th minute. That being, of course, for Manly Warringah, but 3 restarts, 1 unsuccessful challenge. For Manly, tried Lehigh Opawani in the 36th minute, Joey Walsh in the 45th, Jamal Fogarty 3 goals from 4 attempts, Jason Saab on report in the 19th minute, and that was for a high tackle on Shane Russell, and then Nathan Brown in the 49th minute, as I mentioned, for a shoulder charge. 1 successful, 1 unsuccessful challenge, 1 restart. Penalties 5-3 to Parramatta. Manly led 8-6 at half-time, but in the end, Parramatta too good. They win 23 points to 14, and Ronald Volkman scored that brilliant individual try in the first half. He's playing terrific footy, and here he is with John Gibbs.
Yeah, he is, and his combination with Jonah Peasant was excellent today as well. Great win, Ronald. That was a real good win.
Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, no, it was a really good win. It was a very much needed one. Down on troops. Our skip, obviously, in Origin camp, so everyone had to step up an extra notch, and yeah, the boys did that.
Well, incredibly, you came into the side when Jonah Peasant tore his hamstring. He comes back today. The combination was seamless, beautiful.
Yeah, with someone like Jonah, obviously injuries have gotten the best of him. But with someone like him, he never stopped trading, never stopped working, never stopped helping us playing week-to-week footy. Stepping into that 7 role, he really did a good job for us today, and yeah, big credit to him. He's a big reason why we got over the line today.
Ronald, over the last few weeks, it hasn't been the best in terms of winning for Parramatta, but the effort has often been there. You mightn't have got the results, but your own form, you've been in great form, and this is a big chunk of first-grade football. What's been the difference for you? Is it just confidence?
To be fair, I've got to give credit. You know, I'm a faithful guy, so that's where my credit's due. But other than that, I give credit to my coaching staff, Jason Riles, Nathan Brown, Sam Wisemantle, and Sammy Moore. They gave me this opportunity. They prepped me well, they trained me well, and they told me the ins and outs. I'm playing first grade week to week, and it's starting to show up.
It was a tough game. I mean, at the end, you were trailed 8-6 at half-time, probably had the better of them. You should have been further. You should have been in front, yet they were in front.
Yeah, I know. It's sort of hard, you know, in NRL, you got to take all your chances, and the chances we had, we didn't execute them, but when you play against a team like Manly, you got to jump on all those opportunities, and luckily we jumped on a few there to help us get that win, so yeah.
Great win, Ronald, well done.
Thank you, I appreciate you.
Yeah, Ronald Volkman, how good is he playing? Outstanding effort today with John Gibbs. We've got time for one more, Johnny, before we hand over to Brett Dean and Bridget at Hunter Stadium. Full time, 23-14. Parramatta beats Manly Warringah. We'll get Louis' ABC Player of the Year points as well over the next 5 minutes or so. All right, let's check in with the Manly camp. And how did he find the game? The 5'8". Joey Walsh, the youngsters with you, Jonty.
Yeah, it's been a great start to his first career, Joey. That was a tough one, though.
Yeah, 100%. Went down to the wire there. We had a few opportunities we would have hoped to ice next time, but I mean, Parra played really well. We're off to a bit of a slow start, so get that right next game.
8-6 at half time. You're probably a little bit lucky to be ahead at half time, but you know, Foz would have been pleased with being in front at half time.
Yeah, we chatted about that. Obviously, we didn't have the start the first half we wanted, but we're lucky to be in the lead. So our goal was to go out there and start putting on them second half, but we didn't manage to get that done.
And the forward battle's a beauty. I mean, it was pretty rugged out there. You played 5 first grade games now. I would suggest that's probably one of the toughest.
Yeah, definitely. No, it was a good hit out. As I said, like those boys, they played well, played hard, got through the middle of us, so credit to them.
How are you coping with the first grade? You've obviously had great raps on you, and you're now going to get a fair jump with Luke Brooks being injured. How are you finding it?
Yeah, 100%. I'm gutted for Brooksy, obviously. He was playing so well this season, so it's tough to watch him go down, but with the boys' confidence and the coach staff's confidence, I'm keen to go out there and see what we can do the rest of the year.
Well, you can make amends next week at the Cowboys back at Brookie. See you then.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, good job. Thank you, Johnny. I'll get final thoughts. We've got time in the tick speaking with Joey Walsh. Now, that win for Parramatta takes them to 16 points, and that means Brisbane, the defending premier, is now second last in 16th position. Unbelievable. 23-14 Parramatta over Manly. I just want to mention this before we are out of here. We've got a few minutes to go, but the Stand With Jai campaign, this is about Jai July for Jai Arrow. We've had a few inquiries. The Stand With Jai campaign donation page is familyofleague.org.au/standwithjai, and the special virtual birthday hats that Blake Solly told us about on Friday night can also be secured with a donation of $11.66. That's Jai Arrow's Rabbitohs number, 1166, via Jai Virtual Party Hat, jaivirtualpartyhat.rabbitohs.com.au, and we'll be at the world's biggest birthday party next Sunday from midday at Stadium Australia for the 2 o'clock game between South and Newcastle, Jai's actual 31st birthday. All right, Louis, what about your ABC Player of the Year points after Parramatta beat Manly 23-14?
Well, do you want to have a quick guess or no?
Oh, not today. We'll never clue.
All right, well, Isaiah Iongi gets my 3. I thought he was brilliant. He's really, really good at fullback. He gets my 3. I went Ron Volkman for 2. Thought he was really good as well. His ball carrying was so strong up for the middle of the field. Oh, I love what he did out there today. So he got my 2. I gave 1 to the Worm. Is that all right? No, but look, I thought
he made a couple of good tackles.
He made a couple of great tackles. But I went another Parramatta player, and I went Jonah Pezzett for 1.
They looked to smoke today, as I've seen.
They did. They actually went really, really good.
So 3 points Isaiah Iongi, 2 points Ronald Volkman, 1 point Jonah Pezzett. What about you going all backs again? So that's how it finished. Parramatta 23, Manly 14. We're off to Newcastle in about 90 seconds for Gibbsy. How devastating in terms of finals, top 4, top 8 is that for Manly?
Well, it was a huge one to drop. Really, it really was a bad one. Their possession completions were under 70%. You've got to give credit though to Parramatta because they've been the easy beats recently, and they've come out here and they've made it really hard for Manly. But as you say, Andrew, putting it in context, that is a big loss. Now they're going to be in a real bun fight. That would have given them a little bit of a cushion, and this is one they should have been able to win if they played anywhere near their potential. And don't underestimate the loss of Luke Brooks, who's been going really well. But they do get Ola Kawatu back, Tolutau Kola, so that'll give them a little bit of a boost.
Unreal. Thanks so much, John T. I'll see you on Wednesday night.
Look forward to it.
Good on you, mate. 7 o'clock at Lang Park. Mitch says, Andrew, it's been so long since we sung the team song. This will serve the Eels well. Good on you, Mitch. Who would have thought Parramatta in front of the Broncos at this stage of the season? What a game. Nice calling. That Sunday footy at its best. Thank you, Mike. What a great call of a fantastic game. The A-Team on 5. Very much looking forward to listening to you on Wednesday night for Origin. Come on, Blues. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate you as well. Boys, love the call. Do you think this means Parramatta will win the grand final? No, Jason. No, Stuart. Sorry to you two in Coffs Harbour. All right, Luke Lewis, that was great fun, mate. I'll see you in Brisbane on Wednesday for Origin 3, the decider.
Yeah, can't wait. Bring on Origin. Let's go.
All right, thank you, Luke. Thank you, Jonty. Thank you to our producer, Ralph Tucker, for another fun weekend. Louis, I'll see you tomorrow night, actually, for NRL Monday.
Lucky you reminded me.
6:30 to 7:30. Lucky you reminded me too. And Chris Close will join us, Queensland legend. Thank you to our man of sound, Dennis Carnahan, and to Renelle Mowers, had a big weekend in the studio. Thank you, Nelly. And thank you for listening. Let's keep the footy going. This was good. This could be going. This was good. This could be great. Brett Sprigg at Hunter Stadium. Good afternoon.
Well, it was a lovely day here in Newcastle, and now it's looking a bit more like it was this time last week, Maury. Hopefully a better game this week compared to the low-scoring slog we saw between the Knights and West Tigers. But it is raining, and it looks like we're set for some wet weather footy. We'll get the complete conditions report from Bridget Murphy very shortly. But as we know, there is something special about these Dolphins in the midst of their club record 8-game winning streak, looking to firmly entrench themselves in that top 4 with a road win today, which they've been pretty good at this year, winning away. More on that shortly, but we are just moments away from the final game of round 18. NRL Sunday on ABC Sport with Dean Hallertau alongside me. Hello again, Shop.
Hello, Spriggy. Great to be here once again.
Look, Gibbsy's knocked off for the day, but I'll throw a Gibbsy style